Why, hello there, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome back to the crossover, where we get our first top 8 here with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate 9. My name is Schwarzkills, and I'm joined by the one and only Falco Tuso. How hyped are you for this top 8?
No, I'm very hyped. Like, ironically, we didn't end with Kazuya, but we ended with his game, and we're going to start with Kazuya again. So
yes,
our boy Katana is obviously rocking the Mishima. However, Woozie on the other side is going to rock the Joker. And, you know, those two guys do have a story behind them, because Katana is more or less a new guy in the scene. Like, he's been here for like 1 or 2 years, or like at least. But Woozie on the other hand, he's a veteran. Like, he's the definition of a veteran. He's been here since like Brawl, maybe earlier. Like,
I think it was Brawl, I'm pretty sure.
Even Brawl. And I've been talking to the guy, like, he was playing Street Fighter 4 when it came out. Like, that was his game. Like, that was his grind. And, you know, we know him from Smash. And don't call him washed up by any means, because this man is right about to show what is still left.
Guys, like, let me tell you, like, I played with him, against him, not with him, that would be nice, but against him in bracket, and he absolutely wrecked my sorry butt. So,
oh, for sure.
Don't you worry about it. I mean, there's a reason why he's in top 8 right now.
Yes, sir.
Even though it might be the loser side, but that does not mean anything. Both of these players definitely deserve the spot that they have right now.
Exactly, and even Katana, because Katana now has a tremendous momentum. He was like just at TGM last weekend, and he placed 9th. And this was a, like, what was it, around 150-man tournament, much bigger, and even with many top players around, because Tariq won this, Longo was there as well, and many more.
I mean, that's like 2 of the top 3 right there.
Exactly, yeah. So we already have the top 10 covered, and, you know, those aren't the only names, but Katana still managed to take many upsets. Like, even, not really the biggest names, you might say, but certainly names that are above him in terms of seeding. And this changed, because now with Crossover, he has the chance to, you know, prove himself as, you know, not only a fluke, right?
Exactly so. So we'll see how that works out as we are slowly but surely getting ready to hop into this. And they're getting juked here a little bit by Katana on the characters. I know if you can hear it in the background, I'm pretty sure you can. But it's gonna be fun. Like, this matchup in general seems to be very explosive. Yes, there is the thumbs up coming through. So we're starting off with the first match of the top 8 for Smash Ultimate, Katana versus Woozie here, and it's gonna be on Town and City.
Yeah, we're gonna start on Town City. I mean, a much larger stage in terms of, you know, your starters, because normally you start on PS2, sure, similar height, similar length, but in Town and City it's a bit different, because those blast-ons are much closer to you, and now Woozie immediately playing for it. Nice reversal by good old Kazuya, however.
Offstage once again, now Woozie with the Arsene already gets the, I don't know, slightly worse recovery, but still works out right there for the guy getting back to the side. But look at the damage already, 81% on the Joker right now, but still Arsene going in. And now it is Katana who's in the disadvantage, getting hit by that. It's residual damage coming on strong right now off stage. And there is the spike from Woozie. We're starting off the first stock just like that.
Wonderful. And this was a radio version, because I don't know if the stream has the right screen right now, because in the stage we now have the player cam. But, you know, we do have a little podcast going on. But sure, if you're going to see it on stream, just ignore what I said, because this is certainly a match of blast.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we have a little bit of a game capture problem that doesn't mean anything for the players. They're going to still play and everything.
Yeah,
we can see it, so we're going to talk you through it, as it is Katana taking the stock against Woozie right now. We're going to do a bit of radio commentary right now to make up for you.
This is certainly something I did not hear for a while.
Let's get it then, because now we have Katana on 102. We have Woozie now on this second stock, then still at 0. And there is the Rage Art for Kazuya.
Yeah, and Kazuya has, as you mentioned, the Rage Art online, which means he does have the stronger version of the Heaven's Door. And, you know, so look how he's going to look for it. I mean, Kazuya, as you might expect, will certainly look out for it. However, he just lost it because of Joker's gun, and now Woozie was going for a combo. However, he did not hit it. Some of you might know how it looks like. And now, okay, Woozie is jumping around. He has the Arsene online.
Yeah, all right, guys. Why he's on screen is because Katana just hit the Electric Godfist, and now is on the corner a little bit strange here, a little bit for him to escape from that. Woozie gets around it, though. And now it is Katana in advantage. Woozie off stage loses his Arsene, so he gets the grappling hook to make it back to the ledge. There's Electric Godfist into the Demon Wings right there, and that is going to be the stock. So it is Katana in the lead, but 158%. It's not going to last too long if Woozie can connect his moves, but Electric Godfist is going to set up on the platform. 32 from that. Now off stage, Woozie going down. And there it is, still Katana surviving though on the ledge. Rolls behind him, gets Electric Godfist, another damage.
Okay.
Arsene is back.
Yeah, he looked for a reset here. I can see that from Katana, but now, again, the Arsene is back, and you can see it. You can
That's
see
a counter.
Yep, and in the player cams, I mean, the Woozi, he's pressing a lot of buttons here, and Katana, he's kind of hiding those. So obviously that Kazuya Mishima is a bit more on the quiet side. However, the comeback is certainly about to commence, because Woozi now offering himself a good position here. But
there it is.
Baker connected, and now wonderfully played out. Now he kept Kazuya in the corner, and it is Woozi who actually won this time. And, you know, this is how we want to play against Kazuya in the common sense, because if you have Arsene, you have base knockback. If you have base knockback, Kazuya is going to be off stage, and if he's off stage, boom, you have the weakness coming.
And you called Katana's Kazuya right there quiet. Would you rather call it controlled, maybe?
Maybe not controlled, but certainly not mashy in that sense.
Yeah.
Because he knows when to press his buttons, but when he does, he's consistent with the combos, don't get me wrong, but sometimes there are some droppages here and there, because now you saw him already dropping one combo. He wanted to go for a reset, so I can see it. He did not hit the spike, which was planned, but not really optimal in that sense.
Yeah, there has been
but it's okay.
quite some Electric Good God Fist that has been happening, but as you said, not like the most optimal
And the screen
thing
works again.
happening.
Nice.
And there it is, we see the screen. So, guys, the radio commentary is over. We got pictures for you, so don't you worry about it. I hope you guys are up to speed as to what has been happening. But like in general, Falcotus, I would like to know, what do you think about the matchup between the Joker and the Kazuya, as we have seen something, but the viewers do not necessarily have. So how does that play out?
Yeah, so normally you want to play around Arsene. You have gun, you have the time, and you want to play around set time. So if Katana is overshooting, he has to offer with, you know, he's going to be unsafe short term. And if Joker or if Woozi can play around that, if he can be as nimble as the character allows him to be, then you're going to have a problem as Kazuya. But again, it kind of solves itself out, because Kazuya has the sheer power. If he gets a hit, it's going to hurt.
Right, but that is the thing, right? He has to get the hit, and if Woozi plays his neutral correctly, then that is going to be not so easy. But there's a double spike from the Kazuya, but Woozi gets back with the grappling hook, just barely make it back, but it is still such a great percent here. Damage coming through from the Kazuya, 95 now, even with the not optimal Electric God Fist right there. So it is still the damage. There's another one with the shield pushback. The side B just barely misses, but there is Woozi now in advantage. This he has to use now off stage, just to get now he gets the counter, sends him further off stage. Can he make it back with the no, that's the backer, and that's going to be Woozi making the stock and making Arsene count.
Good stuff by Woozi here, and the solution was to find the reversal. I mean, if, again, Katana overshoots, he can find the reversal, he can jump above him, because, again, in the verticality, Kazuya is not as good. By far not as good.
Oh my lord, he just punches him in the face.
Okay,
you don't need verticality if you can just punch him in the face.
No, he just punched the word out of my mouth. Like he was just going for it. Okay, why not? Because Woozi now, obviously being angry with that, he does not want to choke a lead like that.
Yeah, that is not something you want to get hit by. That is one of the slowest smash attacks in the game. One of the strongest, you know, to counter it out, but it just feels bad. It feels bad. Now off stage though, once again Katana, a little bit of a dangerous spot, but Woozi not really there with a punish. And now it is Woozi though once again off stage. The advantage strong for him. Gets the guns and the air dodge. Maybe a little bit of a missed input, but certainly forced there by the pressure from the guns. So it is Woozi in the lead.
And now again the Kazuya combos coming through, but again dropping it yet another time. So Woozi can capitalize on that. And now again we have to call the situation.
Nice
Good break here by Kazuya.
Yeah,
good
nice mix up there. Getting around that, reverses the situation, and now back to neutral. It is vital here for Katana to land those. He gets the grab. That's potentially a setup, but once again, the Electric God Fist not on point. So that is now Woozi once again gets him off stage. Katana stuck in the corner, and there's a forward tilt. Quick one, gets there with the back air, just barely misses, but is he too far off? No, he's not. The air dodge just barely makes him go back, and there it is, another strong punch, but Woozi's still alive, goes for the counter, gets it. Arsene barely, and he's almost here, but the stock taken off, so the gouge is reset here for Woozi.
Yes, sir. Wonderful section here by Katana as well. He can do a handful. No, okay. Again, it's very hard to play it out correctly, but now he can do it. But it was not electric. It was not electric.
It was not electric, but still so much damage. He equaled it back up just then. There's another electric, gets it into the up B, and that's it. He brought it right back 1-1 between Woozi and Katana.
Yes, and the moment the match dissolves itself around center stage, it's going to be all for Katana. Because now, again, you saw Woozi was winning out whenever the stage was on the side parts, right? Whenever he could find one hit, get him off stage, and play it as long as he could. I mean, you mentioned the guns before, because, again, Katana doesn't really have the knowledge, because when you have the lower part of the guns off stage, you will never, you don't have to take, because you will never get a knockback hit. But if you're a bit higher, if the guns are a bit closer to you, the shots at least, then you will have the knockback. Then you might have to take.
Exactly.
So again, if Katana doesn't adapt to that, he might get gimped again and again.
We'll see how if he can adapt to that. It is a little bit of a strange mechanic, to be fair. It kind of reminiscent. It kind of reminds me of Mega Man pellets a little bit in the same vein.
In a way, yes. I mean,
not quite as strong, obviously, but it has kind of the same, and it goes down, which is like a way
that's
better
the thing,
tool here.
It goes downwards, and this is the criminal part about it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, the third game coming up. We're going back to Town and City.
Yep, it makes sense because Woozy won on that
yeah.
stage, and he kind of gets a feeling for that. However, I think because of the game plan, at least from Woozy, it might be a bit awkward because he wants to get Kazuya off stage. He wants to. Okay, yeah.
Oh my lord, there it is. Oh no.
Good DI here, and again, a misplay by Katana, at least in the slight bit. Wonderful break again.
I think he just could have finished the stock with an up B, or the slow there, but that's enough.
You don't
there
need to.
It is. You don't need an up B, anything. Just use the fist, you know. He has them for a reason, and they are strong indeed. Now, Woozy here with the combo, drags him down there once again off stage, but Woozy goes a little bit too fast with his Katana once again. Here has Woozy in the corner, but Woozy freeing himself very nicely.
Okay. Okay, wonderful electric again. He has invincibility frames, you better use them. Okay, landing here.
You really have to here as Katana offset. Once again, there's the guns, there's the knockback that we talked about, but he gets around it. Does not panic Erdos this time around. He's learning. And that is the exact thing that you have to do here. Woozy has been a very evasive player. Now, once again, with the Dragon Sense off stage, the back air just barely misses. Here, Katana, once again, he's finding his ways around Woozy's setups off stage.
Nice.
There's the down throw with the Arsene. That's going to be enough.
Good hit, and the Ascent is plentiful as well. So again, if you manage to survive, if you manage to get back on stage, which you will, if you hit the Agon like this, good stuff by Woozy, but bad stuff by Katana, double parrying it. However, it is for naught, as Woozy is still on the rise, on the approach, and okay, we see Katana swinging a bit. He wants to get his Joker out, because again, we have the terms of momentum here, so you want to stop that momentum by taking a stock in the best case.
Once again, there's the damage coming through from Katana. He tries to go for the down tilt there for the kill. Does not get it. There it is, the punches in the groin, and there's the up throw with the laser. It's going to take the stock. Enough damage on Woozy. Now it's Woozy. He has the advantage. He uses the invisibility from the Angel platform to make this one work, but he misses, and that's going to be crucial here. That's going to be some damage. Gets the stun on the platform. Electric Godfist into the spike, and another Godfist, and no finisher though, but look at the damage. A6. Another Electric Godfist on the platform. Can he finish the stock? No, he cannot. Arsene coming through for Woozy as well. That's good damage here for the Arsene. Taking it down, but not getting the finisher into the upstairs. Another drag down setup into the dungeons. That's going to be the stock. So Woozy down 100%, but he's not out.
Not out yet, and Katana needs to fish for one good hit. But however, if he disregards the pressure from Woozy, then Woozy might take the game just out of his bare hands.
Oh, wait.
Oh, that would have been huge, but...
Oh no, the miss from Katana. He got the setup that was basically guaranteed right there, but he misses it. Maybe a little bit of nerves, maybe a little bit of something along those lines, but he gets it again, and that's going to be the up B. That's going to be the stock and the game. So Katana in the lead.
Okay, I mean, again, remember, this is loser's side, so whoever wins this match is gonna, traverse to the loser's bracket, and the loser is gonna drop out. So now, interestingly here, it didn't feel like Woozy was too quick on the trigger, right? Because Woozy knew exactly what he wanted to do, but Katana was just so dangerous, because Woozy's game plan requires him to be in Katana's comfort zone, and if you cannot beat that comfort zone, it's gonna be a bit flippy, right? However, if Katana is a bit further back, then Woozy seemed a bit calm, right? And Woozy seemed to be in his comfort.
Yeah, so I wonder then, because usually Joker certainly is a character that could theoretically camp, right? You have the side B, you have the gun to just tag on damage and then go in only if you really need to. Is that like a viable thing, or are you just looking to stay outside Kazuya's threat bubble?
So the problem is, while Kazuya's airspeed is not as good, or at least the momentum part of it, his dash speed is very good.
Wait, there's a counter pick, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be the Fox from Woozy. What do you think about that, man?
Okay, so not a counter pick in that sense, but it's more like a heartfelt. Because he plays Joker and Fox alike. He's known for his Fox. He was known for it back in the day, and now, in a tournament experience sense, he wants to pick him out just to see what he can do. And I mean, that Fox, it's still warmed up. I mean, he was playing him in bracket as well. He was playing him for the past weeks. But now, okay, the start looks good, but it did look good as well on the Joker. So he has to keep up the pressure, keep up the momentum. And,
oh my lord, okay, the second spike misses, not quite the hitbox that Katana wanted right there for sure. So Woozy now, look at the damage. Like Fox is a damage machine, and there is no resources left for Katana. So he's going to lose the first stock quite unceremoniously, to be fair.
Yep,
but that's
Ooh,
just how
the
it
jab
happens
block, okay.
sometimes when you have when you can fall off a platform. But there's the combo once again. Woozi with some massive damage gets the forward air as well.
Nice.
No tech here on Katana. The Reflector, good idea, but no punish actually on that like medium recovery. Gets the up smash still, the confirm from the neutral air. There's more up air, no, but the frame tape's still working out for Woozi. Look at like
Nice.
the pressure that he has right now, and that's going to be the confirm to the back. Woozi up 2 stocks right now.
Exactly. This is why the dash attack is so good in that sense, because if you get the later dash attack, that's like one of the most broken moves in the game.
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
for
So
sure.
like this is what you want to look out for.
That-
So however, Kazuya, okay.
Dash attack, like in general, is absolutely amazing and borderline broken, to be fair.
But yeah, spacing out the later part, this is the challenging part. But okay, nice. Wonderful landing, and he's gonna get value now, because that Kazuya is already at about 50%. And okay, shield pressure here. Good thing, sticking to it.
Yeah, once
Nice.
again. And you can just really wail on Kazuya's shield. He doesn't really have that good of an auto shield option. I think up B is like the fastest one. It's not that fast. So he can just wail on it. He can just work with it. There's the back air coming through from Katana. So Woozi loses his first stock, but he's in such a good position. No tech. Serves him up with the up tilt, but not quite the finish here from Woozi. He needs a little bit more damage if he wants to just straight up take the stock. But there's Katana's entry here with the Electric God Fist. Doesn't get any more damage though, but the Rage Art still up here for Katana if he wants to use it. Does not quite do it here on the platform. Potentially he takes it right there. That's going to be the stock for sure. It's so incredibly strong, and Fox is so incredibly light, so he's going to take it, and that is danger zone now for Woozi. But he gets the up air, and that's going to finish it.
And he knew exactly what he wants to look out for, because even on the second stock, it was a bit too skirmish heavy maybe for his liking.
Yeah.
But again, he wanted the later dash attack. He wanted to hit the back air, and it was a bit flimsy. But he had all the value he needed. He was like up so many stocks. So again, he could kind of condition Katana into either aggression or into being overly defensive. And Katana at this point, he was just swinging. Like, you gotta be honest. At least in the last stock as well. Like, he was just looking for any stray hit he could get. And then all of a sudden, boom, Fox could come up with a punish, and Woozi was finding it.
I kind of feel like, especially in the second stock from Woozi, that was kind of the same vibe right there as well, because he knew he was up so far. He was just kind of waiting on Kazuya's shield as well. So he was just bringing out the moves, bringing out the damage. He lost his stock for it. But he's, he's gotten so much advantage from it that he just could follow up with a nice confirm into the up air. So,
And he got the rage shot too. So again, it's value.
it is value for sure, and that's the last that Kazuya would get, right there in that situation. So we're going to go into Game 5. This is going to be the decider between these two. 2-2 here between these two. So the loser of this is going to be out of this tournament.
Yes, sir. And certainly Woozi does look like the favorite here in terms of composure, but Katana, again, although he's getting comboed right now, he's already planning how to catch it.
A little bit of a weird hitbox there from Woozi there on that forward air. Those setup hitboxes is a little bit weird sometimes with the knockback for sure. Sends him straight down, but he gets out of it. Katana still here now, trying to control center stage. As you said, so important for Kazuya.
Yep, a bit finicky with the movement options again from both of these guys. I mean, we got some mistakes here and there, but it's okay as long as you keep your head calm and clean.
Oh, on the platform.
Nice. Good pressure. A bit too much, but it's okay. He's gonna get out of it. And again, we have the same situation. Rage Drive is here. It is dangerous, and Woozi, again, he wants his confirm. He wants
on the platform. Oh, that was so dangerous. He was just about to get jab blocked right there, but Woozi gets out of it.
No
and the rage art is gone, and there's the back air just in neutral. Mixed up the timing on that a little bit, and it's going to be the first stock gone from Katana. So Woozi now, and here's the damage coming through on the platform. This is the tech right there. Now it's the up air strings. There's more. There's 4. 5th. Yep, and it's going to be more maybe from Woozi. No, he's mixing up the timing, but nice trade from Katana getting out of the situation. But look at the damage once again. 75% here on the Kazuya, and Woozi, he's still keeping up the pressure here on that shield. I think Koff is still going to come through, but the up air smash is going to miss. So no finished stock for Katana. He's still working on it.
Okay, no finished stock. I'm gonna deliver it to you. It's fine.
Woozi just said no finished stock. Let me handle it.
It happens. I mean, again, dash was a win condition for Kazuya, because we mentioned before his dash is quite quick, so he might have read it, but it's okay. Because he has this one. He has his damage, he has his value, he has his up again, and again, he's up so much percent, so many stocks, and in this case, he's up 2 whole stocks.
And that's the thing, right? Kazuya is so good in advantage. He can make so much happen that in disadvantage it looks like a completely different thing. But look at that spike once again. This is the advantage I was talking about. You get one hit and you can potentially convert the stock completely. Like off stage, especially with the top spikes with the Nair, it's incredibly strong. And now it is Woozi's time once again with those up airs. We're only having 3 this time around, but he's still keeping up with the pressure in other ways. Resetting that and picking it up once again. 88% from that.
But now the whole lead is gone as well. I mean, yeah, you might see, okay, he's above 100, but now he has the Rage Drive. And we already saw what happened last time. So Woozi, he has to play clean with it.
Yeah, that's the question. Okay, he gets the tech right there. Not quite the up smash confirm
Okay.
that he wanted. Wrong direction there from Woozy as well. And that's 43. That's one electric God Fist away from
Yep,
taking
yep.
that stock. So
he
he
do
cannot
it?
get hit.
Is he composed?
misses the, oh no, he misses the tech. But Woozy doesn't have the right read right there. And he's once again going for it. Okay, up just for the disadvantage
chasing.
right there.
He's
He's chasing him potentially.
He's
But there's
looking.
the backhand. That's the trade. Is that enough? No. The add is coming through.
he go for it?
160% on Katana. Off stage. He makes it back to the stage. There it is though. Forwarder is not going to kill Woozy. Maybe trying for the backup, but he doesn't get it. Katana,
has one,
178. He still needs that one hit. Can he get it? The foot strike. Got the God Fist, but no conversion.
He's
of
fine, he's
Katana.
fine.
And there's
Oh
the up
my
air.
God.
Woozy just barely makes it happen. That was so incredibly
Oh
close.
my
But it
God.
is Woozy moving on in the bracket and Katana out at 7th.
And this is what I meant before. The veteran experience. I mean, this
Oh
game was
my
like
Lord.
way too fast for both
Guys,
of
you
them.
can see, you can't even see our heads. We're standing. That's how hype it is.
Like, and this is the thing about, because again, win conditions, game plan. From Katana, it kind of fell off because again, Katana kind of relied on mistakes from Woozy.
Yeah.
But Woozy relied on his strengths. He knew, okay, I need a neutral air, I need an up air, I need a back air, a whiff punish, anything. But he had so many options for that.
And-
And it was a bit egregious, sure. It was a bit stressful, but it seemed like he kept his cool head.
Yeah, and I feel like Woozy definitely gave him the mistakes, but the conversions sometimes just weren't on. He got the electric God Fist after, but then after nothing really happened. Like, and that happened a couple of times. And this is really the stuff that you have to convert as Kazuya, because you're only getting these chances like once, twice, maybe thrice a stock. Otherwise, you're just gonna get pummeled around, because that's kind of just how it goes, right? And then not converting it, that's just gonna, the mileage just missing.
Yeah,
for
you
him
give
like
your opponent more chances to play the neutral.
Exactly.
And because in a way, you kind of want to skip set neutral, because this is where your weaknesses kind of show. And, in that sense, Woozy was simply ahead, moving on in the loser side of things. And yeah, speaking of loser side of things, we're going to get to that in a later point, because now we're going to go all the way up to winner side. Again, as a disclaimer, we already had 2 sets played out because,
Off-stream, exactly.
Yeah, we want to watch some Tekken, some good as Tekken, sure, why not?
For sure.
And yeah, this is why Longo and Moitrich already played. Longo beating him, staying in winner side.
3-1, exactly.
3-1, and Dolph Kone and Midlight went to Midlight, so that youngling is still in the loser side as well. And now he's gonna play against one of those 2 wonderful gentlemen, who's either gonna be Robin GG or Tapsi. And how ironic that this is the exact same difference in terms of, the experience when it comes to Smash. Because I don't want to say that Tapsi is not experienced in Smash, but, he's one of the younger players, while Robin GG has been here for quite some time.
Oh yeah, he has, and that's nothing to take away from him for sure. As this is the same case with Woozy, it is the same here for Robin GG as well. That
Yeah.
guy still is holding incredibly strong, more or less representing Schleswig-Holstein on his own right now, because Tarek has abandoned his home country.
Everyone's gone. They
His
go
home,
to
his home
NRW.
state, So it is basically Robin GG right now. And if my very feeble mind is not betraying me, I think both of these players are PR'd on the German PR as well.
Oh yeah, they sure are. I mean, almost everyone in the winner side is, except for Moitrich. So, this in a sense, already a good placement. But yeah, you're exactly right, because Robin GG is in the top 10, as well as Tarek. Tarek obviously being the number 2 in the current power ranking, while Robin GG is more on the 6th and 7th
Yeah, well,
place.
I wasn't talking about him. I was actually talking about Tapsi. Is he?
Oh, but Tapsi. Oh yeah,
he's in,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's in top 20.
I think we just revealed that like 2 months
8.
ago. I already forgot. Like,
he's on
what
8th
is
place.
happening,
Yeah.
man? I'm getting old. Is what's happening.
But again, I mean, looking at the players, again, this is why I love the current meta in terms of players when it comes to Smash Germany, because again, the veterans are still up in place, they are still doing numbers, and the young players as well. Like normally you have 2018, 2017 players who are starting to drop off at the time of like 2021, but no, Tapsi is still here, still rocking it. Like my boy is like about to finish school, right?
Oh yeah.
And Robin GG, he's like, okay, yeah, I got my job, I got some nice vacation days. Okay, let's play a tournament. Why not? And
Half
he's
his
doing
foot in
that
the
for
grave,
ages. Yep. I mean, okay, it's not that extreme. I mean, look at this guy. I mean,
But the difference might as well be that big actually, because as you said already, it's like the distance is incredible.
nice. And okay, so those 2 players are getting ready, already playing the rock paper scissors, and we're gonna see plenty more rock paper scissors, because in a way, Snake and Peach is
Really feels
certainly
like a sort of rock, paper, scissors matchup, doesn't it?
in a way how to approach things, because in terms of interactions, sure, we have Snake and Peach who like to stay in shield close enough, but if Peach gets to the close range, she has a lot of stuff to work with. Not to take away from Snake, because again, Snake, we do know he has some close quarter combat options, but with Peach it is much more explosive. Ironic, because with Snake it is actually explosive.
True.
Yeah.
So not only do we have explosives from the Snake blowing up the Peach, but also, you know, as you said, the Peach combos are explosive in their own. Like, you don't need any grenades to
No.
get that damage done if you are Peach right there, especially with the flow cases, everything going on. Those combos are insane. And not only insane in terms of how they look, but in terms of how much damage they deal. And then you factor in the randomness from the turnips and everything as well.
Oh yeah, this
and
of
then,
course is
and
like
then you
the
have
part of it.
projectiles flying all over the place, and it's going to be crazy.
Nice. And you know, actually ironic in a way. They kind of remind me of Tekken combos, because you hit them mid-stage and they are corner carries, right? So if you finish them, your opponent's in the corner.
Yeah.
What is Peach good at? Keeping yourself in the corner, keeping the damage high. And, you know, all of a sudden, the game becomes a lot harder to play. But thinking of Topsy, he knows his way around it. But one thing stands, it is not to get hit by Robin GG.
Yeah, like if you do, that's it's more or less a death sentence right there. So in a way, it's kind of similar to what we've seen just then, the game before, the set before, rather I should say, where Kazuya is the one, you know, trying to find the hit, trying to get the damage. That is Peach right now, and then it is on the other side Woozy with his two characters trying to play more of the neutral game, trying to work around it, and that is going to be the Snake right now from Topsy, working more with those projectiles, trying to keep the Peach at bay.
Yes, sir. Okay, and now players getting ready. We're ready to fight, we're ready to go in, and it's time for the winner's side of Crossover 2023.
All right, so once again here, best of 5 between these players. Winners semi-finals, Peach versus Snake here on small battlefield actually. And what do you think about that? I mean, it is a fairly neutral stage, I think, but do you think like either one holds an advantage here?
It's a great compromise, because again, if Peach finds the combos that we kind of, you know, already talked about, then she certainly has the advantage. But now we're gonna see the explosive, we're gonna see the projectiles, and you know, the stage is a bit claustrophobic when there's grenades and C4s lying all around the place, and it is up to Robin GG to maneuver around it, to operate
my
correctly,
God.
and Topsy is the one who operates a bit better. He's a better surgeon in that sense.
Yeah, and that smash attack in a tilt right there is going to get the kill here for the Snake. The up tilt is absolutely insane in that regard. Not only does it deal a lot of damage, it is huge and it kills right there. And look at that, he's using a couple more of these to just tag on the damage on Robin GG, who hasn't really found his enemies. He found one, and that was 60% to be fair. But now with grenade in hand, there's potentially more. Okay, gets the forward air right there, sending Topsy off station. That is important. Now the high recovery is going to come through as we are accustomed to with the Snake right there. But he is really using all those projectiles, the C4 and everything. He's not really engaging too much himself with the Peach right there, because if he does, as we saw right there, he's going to get punished for it. Fold still coming through and he has to recover low. That's usually very dangerous for Snake, but he's going to make it back because it was Robin GG also getting hit by a grenade at the same time.
And that's the exact thing, because all of a sudden it is, or like not really all of a sudden, he takes the stock in a clean manner, but 130% every time Robin GG is in range, Snake, or Topsy in that sense, already has a nade out.
All right,
This
now,
is a lot of damage.
Yeah,
coming
that is a
up.
lot of damage coming through. And as you said, like Peach very good keeping Topsy in the corner. There's the side B disabling the Nikita for just a second. But what a pickup there with the down tilt as well there from the Snake. Once again on the shield, but it's very safe there. So no punish, but good read actually with the forward tilt. And there's the
Nice.
Nikita. And whatever hit that's going to be, it's going to kill. So it doesn't matter if it launched to the left right there. At 170%, that
this is
missile is going to explode your stock right there. And now 81% still getting in with the damage.
That's
On the
up.
corner, 2 grenades and a missile coming through, another grenade, and that is just Robin GG stuck in the corner, but that's the reversal right coming through right there. Once again, high recovery.
Nice.
He's not messing with it, he's waiting it out. 71% now on the Snake. Is that enough? I don't think so yet. And
Yeah.
there's the C4, he just walked right over it. The trap was set and the trap was sprung. And that's going to be the first game for Topsy right there.
Ooh, and this is again the game plan of Topsy, because if Snake gets ahead, this is key, especially against Peach, because whenever Peach has to find her conversions, has to find her damage, it is always answered with yet another nade. And then again, the timings, it is Robin GG's mystery to solve, but with Tapsi so far, he looks untouchable whenever he has his 2 nades set up there. And now we're going to PS2, and again, immediate counterpick. So the Peach, in that sense, is playing way too much in Tapsi's hands. So the counterpick, certainly understandable. Let's see how much the Palutena can do, because she is not as hard-hitting as Peach, but she has more ways to get in without getting hit.
Yeah, a little bit of cheese factor with the reflector as well, if you want to, go that route sometimes, or just rather keep it as a surprise factor. We'll see how he uses that, if he uses it at all, because
we're gonna
reflectors.
play
Yeah, it's just playing for projectors. I guess we can, get the war of attrition started right here.
Exactly, and because if he gets the automatical down, then Snake cannot throw his nades. He cannot set up his nades in a way that is comfortable to him. So Tapsi has to rely on the good old, his good old legs, his good old fists. Okay. Let's up yet another time.
All right, here we go. He has to make it out of the corner, and that's easier said than done against the Snake for sure. And there's the teleport, though, getting right through all the projectiles. And with a nice pivot grab, they're getting it set up on the platform. Good read there on it as well. Just waiting it out, and gets the big laser for some good damage. 100%, though, it's not going to be enough. That Snake is going to live for a long time. Usually, like, the median is like 130. And that's where you get the kills. 112 there. And then Nikita just placed right before the ledge right there, and no teleport's going to save you from that.
Exactly. And now, now to see how to escape from the situation, and with dash attack, you always have such a good button. And now, again, answering with the Wrecker as well. So, Robin GG kind of struggling to take that first stock, but yeah, we already see all of the buttons that Tapsi is using, and now with the nade setup as well. Wonderful crouch, wonderful shield, and, there's the set play, finally a grab, and maybe a chance to take that Snake stock.
All right, high recovery. You're just going to try to interrupt it, but that grenade is just going to make it so incredibly safe. And that multi, it's not going to work out for him, because usually if you have that one hit, that's going to be fine, but there's no grenade this time around. And this is how it was supposed to go for Robin GG just a few seconds earlier. He gets the stock, and 58% definitely workable.
Oh, this is so hard, because Tapsi already having his setup solved out.
Well, never mind. And there he gets the forward tilt. Nice pickup on the teleport as well. Just straight up into the Nikita there. He places it once again right below the ledge right there. Nutria is going to be safe. That up tilt a little bit too slow right there. So it is once again Robin GG making himself a little bit safe back to the center stage, but he's not. He's still carried to the other side now. Teleport once again past all of these projectiles. 150%. One good hit is going to take it, and it's going to be the up tilt, the hit to be right here, and it is going to be the lead for Tapsi.
Yeah, and I love how Tapsi is playing with the timings as well. He's not really getting baited by Robin GG in a sense. If Robin GG shields, he always has the answer. If Robin GG moves, he always has the answer as well. And now look how confident he is with the ledge trapping as well. He doesn't even care. He knows he's going to get the value. He knows Robin GG is going to play in his hands, and Tapsi is running away with the set right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. And as you said, Palutena is not like the explosive character for sure, so he has to play the neutral game. He's going to have to work it out, but it is Tapsi like all over him right now. He's not really getting anything started. The projectors are not working out. The advantage is not working out. The disadvantage is not working out, because he goes high and then he interrupts it with the grenade just like that. So he's not really getting the kills, even if he has him at disadvantage, and that's so difficult for Robin GG right now. 140%. Tapsi just playing with movement, getting another one. Okay, trying to bait out a little bit of an option there from Robin GG, but it's not giving it to him. Down air is going to be missing. Nice grab there, good pickup. I like that there from Robin GG. Up air is not going to work because the grenade is there. Also good B reversal there.
And now he's just looking. He's
just looking. He can get a grab for a confirm. He can get an up tilt. He can get basically anything. Forward tilt is going to kill. Nikita is going to kill. Everything is going to kill. And it is going to be the pickup on the ledge here with that forward tilt so wonderfully placed.
Okay, so we got to break down in a sec what just happened. Because Tapsi, again, whenever he recovers, he's throwing the high grenades. He's using Nikitas just to have something above him, just to, disarm Robin GG's options. And whenever Robin GG does land, he's playing very slow, which is why Robin GG's overshoot was really good with his F smash. Yeah. But aside from that, Tapsi hasn't figured out. Like, there's just so much to do for Robin GG, which is why a smaller stage might be the play here. And yes, maybe switching back to the comfort main. I mean, again, Palutena, in the first sense, worked out. But the moment you stopped using those projectiles, it's already over. But when do you use those projectiles in the first place? Because Tapsi, again, just accelerates, just switches up his timings, and just knows what to do.
Yeah, it is hard to play projectiles against Tapsi, who knows his way around those so incredibly well. So he's going to switch back to the Daisy in this regard. It's kind of his secret weapon sometimes, switching to the Daisy. Does it do anything is there a difference between Daisy and Peach? No, but it still kind of works out sometimes for him. So let's see if he can do it right here. He gets a pickup with a down tilt, grenade still in hand, so he cannot continue the combo. Has to drop it early, but the damage is still coming through here slowly but surely for Robin GG.
Okay, again, reliably getting back to stage. Smashville, maybe the second best stage for Peach and Daisy alike, or especially for OpenGGs. He already won a lot of matches on those, but this one seems a bit different, as again, Tapsi is playing for his comfort, playing in his game state, and those are the nades that we talked about, and it's so hard for OpenGG to reach even center stage.
Just a wall, and he's sending back the Nikita as well, maybe trying to catch a roll, get up. Nice confirm though into the forward air right there, not quite killing. Snake is a heavy boy, and there's the up air. He's not going to take the stock even now. And now there's once again the advantage, and that's going to be a nice tech from Tapsi. He's going to stay alive. Actually, the Cypher is going to interrupt, and he's going to confirm it into the back here. He's just turning that thing around on its head, but that's a nice counter actually, using the grenade to his advantage, turning around that situation. Again, so we have 2 turnarounds, resulting in 2 stocks.
But this is the thing, because if Snake gets in an even position, then again, the damage speaks for itself. Now, this time, RobinGG found himself to get those combos without a nade out, and those are the timings that he needs to perform, that he needs to excel in.
Yes, exactly so. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a timing right here, because it's going to be just landing with that long-lasting back air, you know, just such a good tool here.
Ooh, okay, nice, wow, nice setup.
And he just crosses up and then gets the big up tilt started, gets the grab into the potential read, has the right read, but it's a little bit too slow there on the up tilt. So the damage even here, but do not be fooled, that Snake is living way longer.
And Tapsi's playing so good right now. Because
that confirm
and
as
again,
well.
Tapsi always reacts on what RobinGG presents him, because if RobinGG presents him the shield, he always jumps. If he doesn't need to jump, he can stay. He can keep his momentum. He can keep his stage presence, because it doesn't matter if he has mid-stage or not. Peach, or Daisy in that sense, has to approach, has to conflict some damage.
Like, he cannot play the projector game. He only has the turnips and he has to block them, so it doesn't really work out that way. It just takes way too much time. But now off stage here, a chance. Good tech from RobinGG. He has to take another one. He does. And he's going to stay alive. My God, that was such a difficult situation for him to navigate. So many hitboxes, so many ways he had to potentially tech, but he makes his way around it. Now in the corner, though, nice freeing hit there with an air.
And again,
that had to be the pickup. No, oh my God, he gets this, just makes it, just sets it up right in RobinGG's face, and he gets the explosion right there. So that's a clean 3-0 for Tapsi.
And this was so wise as well in the end. He knew whenever RobinGG got a hit, it was always an overshoot. RobinGG needed to overshoot here, and then ironically the side B came through. Tons of lag. He was literally using an up smash, a charge up smash, and it still hit. So Tapsi, man, I don't know what went into his preparation, but this dude seems unstoppable. Wow.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, maybe that's a little bit of a thing for the characters that RobinGG plays. You're kind of having trouble navigating around those projectiles, but you know, it's a thing that he's accustomed to, actually. Like, in the past, like, Snake has been a thing in Brawl, and other projector characters have been a thing in the other games that, you know, came before Ultimate. So you have to kind of work your way around. If you play these characters like Peach and Daisy, you have to know a way around those projectors, but Tapsi was just setting them up so beautifully.
Yeah, and the thing is, Tapsi had a very healthy mix between setting up, as you just mentioned, and, you know, moving around the stage, knowing what place to occupy and what to give up. And with RobinGG, I mean, he took what he could, sure, because Robin was thinking about his own game plan, his own momentum. He knew how to beat Snake, he still knows, but does he know how to beat Tapsi? And this is where it becomes tricky.
Yeah. And, you know, that's the beauty, I think, of Smash and fighting games in general. You may all play the same characters, but every individual plays in another way, in another strategy, another way to approach the game. And this is what makes this exciting, right?
Yep.
And this is precisely how Tapsi managed to outmaneuver, you could call it, RobinGG right there.
Yep, exactly. Oh, how nice, man. I mean, those are only 2 games so far. And both those games delivered in definitely different parts of it, because we had an explosive, you know, Fox Kazuya, Woozie Katana, we had RobinGG Tapsi, and so far we had one veteran winning, and in the other set we had a youngster winning. So, you know, maybe there's like a
evens out a little bit, you know, the world in balance and everything.
Yeah, maybe, because, you know, take on your seatbelts, because it doesn't stop with that storyline. We still have another case of, hey, that player's been here for a while, and hey, this player just rise up from Wi-Fi. So
I think this trend is going to kind of continue as we go through the back, because we have a healthy mix between both veterans and newcomers. I think it's actually 4-4, right?
Yeah, it's actually 4-4. Yeah, now that you mention.
I think it is.
Actually, yeah, it's. Yep. And it's insane. But yeah, before we get to Midlight with the Smoitrich, we're still gonna give some shoutouts for the events as well.
For
those who made crossover possible. I mean, obviously with AOC as well, with the monitors. I mean, I'm looking at everything behind us.
I think, can you see a little bit? Maybe a little bit, but all those monitors that you have seen.
I can see people playing, man, and they are not stopping because, man.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, sure, we come from Smash, but I know I'm more of the MK guy, I'm going to be honest. But I got my fair share of Street Fighter and Tekken as well. I'm excited for Tekken 8 as well. And, you know, being here in this venue and just being greeted with, like, so many humble and friendly guys. Like, I've been just sitting around here, it's like, yeah, sure, let's play. And I mean, they've been, like, talking to me as if we knew each other for ages. And it's like, wow, it's been a while since I was like, in a way, a newcomer to a scene. Because with Smash, I mean, it's been like more than 10 years right now. But, like, with fighting games too, I mean, we don't have really too many offline tournaments. Or like, we have big offline tournaments, but like, not too many with that mid-range, especially like in Germany. We have weeklies, sure, shoutouts to Mönchengladbach here. But now crossover, it's something new, it's something special.
And all of that, you know, being possible, of course, by the monitors being provided by AOC right there, all these setups that we have right here, that makes this all possible. AOC is going to bring that, and not the only sponsor, of course, because the energy has to be there as well, and that's going to be provided by Extase with those energy drinks. We have, I think, 4 flavors right here. They are all delicious, and, you know, sometimes you just need that boost to just keep yourself going, and Extase is going to provide that for you.
Did you drink already?
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you're so high in energy. It makes sense. Yeah, I gotta get one as well. But yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it. I mean, like, look at the stage, like all those guys in stream.
Insane.
Like, you can see almost everything. We had the Guilty Gear as well, the side event. I don't know if that finished already, but I knew people were allowed for it as well.
Yeah. I think they're going at it at the community area just then.
Nice. That's good. That's good. Because you love to see fighting games flourish. Because we might be in, if not the best, but definitely one of the best. Now, honestly, let's call it the best.
Yeah.
Year when it comes to fighting games. Like,
sure.
Every big fighting game is succeeding, and Tekken isn't even out yet.
Yeah, but still, like, the hype is there, and the announcements are there, and like we played it a little bit at the Gamescom.
We did.
It is incredible. But guys, we're going to go through our next matchup here. It's going to be Moitrich against. I'm blanking.
Midlight.
Midlight.
Yes,
Thank you very much. I was at midnight, but I knew that was wrong, so I would thank you for filling it in.
I wonder if Midlight is kind of a joke with the German word
Could
for midlight, like, you know.
Oh.
Maybe, but maybe not, because I certainly feel a lot of midlight when playing or seeing this youngling, because this youngling is more on the defensive side. However, his punish game got a lot better in very short time span.
Oh yeah, for sure. And he's one of those online warriors. But you know, your punish game can be as good as you want. But if you have no recovery left, no resources left off stage, your stock is going to be gone right there.
Yes.
And so Moitrich making excellent use of that, just getting him off stage, robbing him of all his options, and that bucket that we saw right there, that's going to be instrumental.
Exactly, and you already showed it as well, because, okay, if you want to use projectiles, I have a bucket. You do not want to use those for free, but again, Youngling is also fast on the feet as well, and Midlight, no stranger to that. However, he's getting hit here and there, and Moitrich so far occupies a lot of presence.
Yeah, that chef is so incredibly oppressive on the ledge, and now Midlight has to make his way around it somehow. Gets the bomb, actually nice, kind of Snake-esque vibes right there, just holding shield with the bomb in hand.
Only one.
Only one, though, only one. But there it is now. The projectiles, and you said like Midlight is going to rely on those quite a lot, but he just takes the raw read after all these projectiles. Moitrich is kind of forced to take an option, and he chooses jump, and that's the most common actually. So Midlight just reads it, gets the forward, gets the stock.
Yep, and again, a very preemptive punish as well. I mean, this one kind of stinks. I mean, I do not want to jump anytime again. But maybe this is what Midlight wants you to believe, because again, catching a jump like that, it's not as easy as it sounds, but Midlight, you know, doing quick work of that. However, that game watch still is a good lead. And yeah, take a breather, man, because this is this kind of game.
Yeah, it is that kind of game, and there is a fair reason for Midnight to do that, because it is a little bit of difficult to like maneuver around Game & Watch if he gets into your face, because Youngling, he is kind of fast, he is kind of maneuverable, but he still is a zoner like at the core, so he has to like work around it.
And now see how he accelerates. The moment that Game & Watch is in this range, he can play for forte, he can play for upper, he can play for neutral air, but this also means he has to commit.
Good
and
coverage.
Now he's still alive, but Moitrich is already looking, and he's finding the stock.
Yeah, exactly. He had to air dodge right there to keep his stock alive, and that is so much, and like that, Moitrich can just, you know, wait there, float around a little bit, and at the exact right time get that back air to work out the stock. But now it is once again Moitrich stuck in the corner against all of these projectiles, and that is going to be rough, especially if he cannot pull out the bucket in time. But he just somehow makes it work. A little bit of a setup right there, but actually Midlight's going to just wait around for it. He's going to maybe put the fear of that follow-up in his heart before he actually gets to it. And it wasn't even follow-up. Actually, it was once again that same jump read.
Yep, and Midlight again. He's looking for resets. He's looking. Okay, this one does look a bit more spectacular than it is, but 35%, we take those.
Yeah, I mean, that's still a lot of damage. It doesn't have a lot of knockback, but the damage is still good.
And he's gonna get the bucket reliably as well. I mean, he's always gonna get some bombs here and there. And you
Some
know,
bombs.
some bombs, a bit too many.
There's
It's
a
gonna
lot
reflect.
of bombs right there.
I mean, they're almost having no lag here, so Young Link himself can
Yeah,
shield again and again after firing that own arrow. But now, again, Midlight, he's playing a very good game one, in the sense that he is kind of looking what Moitrich wants to do, what Moitrich's comfort is. Now Moitrich, you know, he's gonna land here, he's gonna stay here for a while, and now what does he do out of shield? Does he jump? Is he the type to use Reflector? Is he the type to just dash forward? And Midlight is gonna use all of that information in the coming set. So how good would it be to win this game one, just to,
would be.
you know, kind of cement himself as the one in control?
For sure, but I like how slow Moitrich is playing this as well, because
Yeah.
it is, if you just run in blindly or a little bit too aggressively, I wouldn't call it blind, but a little bit too aggressively, you're gonna get punished. Oh, no, he's gonna fire back right there, so it's not only...
It's
not
me
only,
who's taunting,
Yeah,
not
it's
you.
not only Moitrich taking the pause right there, it's also, you know, Midlight taking a little time out of his day to make a little bit of fairy magic work. But still, like, I mean, all that slow play from Moitrich, all the reflections coming through, he's actually netting him the lead right now.
And I think Moitrich slowly notices, ayo, Midlight is kind of swinging. And if he starts swinging, I can punish a bit harder. You know, I can punish with more than maybe just a bucket and more than maybe a mere 30%. I can punish with a stock take, and now the parries come through, so now Moitrich,
Good damage.
he's in the lead. He's the
Oh.
one in control. And
Oh, no.
Midlight, he's a bit shaky now. He's getting a bit more desperate. His game plan kind of falls apart. He has information, but what to do with it? Now risk-reward comes into place, and Moitrich is the one, certainly, being the one
Yeah, so
in the favor.
far that reward has definitely been in Moitrich's favor. As you said, like all these advantages that he's like kind of got out of it, kind of recognizing the pattern that Midlight works with those projectiles. But now there's another one connecting. That is the thing that Midlight has to connect on, but he's not quite there in time. So Moitrich once again is taking his distance. He's playing it slow. He's waiting for the exact right moment. Hit by an arrow though. That's a little bit dangerous potentially. Getting the boomerang into the forward, and look at that damage coming through now. The Game & Watch is paper thin.
It's a bucket.
But like quite literally indeed, he can die so quickly. 80% could be enough if Midlight gets the right read, but he has the bucket. As you said,
He's
that's
looking.
potentially going to kill. I don't know what kind of bucket it is, but it's going to be a lot of
strongest
shield
one?
damage set up there potentially with the nair.
Nice.
But that's going to be the reflector there.
This is
on
where we
the-
chase. This is where we
and there it
contest.
is. And there is no hitbox
Nice.
above you with that hero spin. So it is going to Moitrich coming on with that key to victory.
Nice. And now this is the thing, because for Midlight, he has a lot of intel gathered now. He has a lot of information about how Moitrich plays, about how Moitrich moves, but the same goes to the other side as well. Because now Moitrich also noticed, hey yo, Midlight, sooner or later, will go forward, will step in places where he shouldn't be. And this is where he can punish. It's not only off stage, but also on stage as well. Whenever Midlight is going for a grab, this is Moitrich's time to act.
Exactly so, and that grab is like incredibly laggy, and it is a very committal option. So that is basically what Moitrich is waiting on. All that patient play, all that waiting out projectiles, recognizing patterns. Like at some point, Midlight has to break the pattern because the patterns are not working out. So as soon as he does that, Moitrich is ready with the punish.
Yep, and it might work out better on a larger stage, but that's the thing, because Midlight clearly has comfort in the defensive play. I mean, not to throw any shades, because in a way,
No.
you kind of have to play like that against Game Watch especially, but that's the thing, because when you are in close quarter combat, then it kind of falls apart. Because this is where Moitrich always was playing. This is what Moitrich was always looking out for. And if he gets a bit more comfortable around those projectiles, if he gets in for free, then what is Midlight supposed to do? Because now he's just going for, sheer frame data, going for nair, going for move, going for aggressive options. And this is where the game plan starts falling apart and starts connecting the dots for Moitrich at least.
Yeah, that up B potentially though out of shield, that could be a little bit of a solution, but it is like very committal right there. Actually gets the up
Nice.
smash right there. That was a very risky dash attack for Moitrich. He thought he had the timing right there, but Midlight had, enough end lag to just make it happen. Just barely though. Now offstage once again, that is where Moitrich has to shine, but he just barely misses the neutral air right there. No setup there with the boomerang, but no follow-up actually. Midlight just taking position once again on stage. Nice edge to get around it though. That's going to
so
be
punchable.
but no end. Like look at that. Like that is so quick on the recovery.
Yeah, you gotta punish it whenever the move is out, and this is like Moitrich's mystery to solve again.
Yeah.
Like looking maybe for a forward, maybe for something like this, but for now, he's gonna look how to land, because now those projectiles are coming through, and Midlight, he's waiting a bit, he's changing up his timings, he's changing a bit of his pace, and this might pose a challenge to Moitrich.
I like how he just flew towards him with the buckets. Like, I dare you to throw a projectile.
Yeah, I
well,
get it.
And it kind of works sometimes, but, I think Midlight actually has kind of adapted a little bit with they're actually using more options out of shield that involve his sword rather than his projectiles.
Now he's just much more comfortable. Like whenever Moitrich is looking to kind of, cancel out or getting back to the lead, then Midlight is, clearly in favor here because again, he was just tipping his sword out. He was just using the upper and, sooner or later Moitrich is going to be in there and who would have thought he's jumping right into it.
The Nair coming out as well, but that was a very interesting drag down Nair into the down smash right there. I don't think I've ever seen that, but it's cool. I like it.
Yeah, we feel those. Why not?
Yeah. Okay. And that is precisely what Moitrich has to get. But once again, those up airs, you mentioned them just briefly right there. Like the worst thing that can happen to you as Midlight is that they're going to trade. And that usually works out in your favor actually, because you live a little bit longer and you have those projectiles you can keep in at a distance.
Okay, nice raw boomerang will combo here in Midlight. Ooh, like that's such a different game compared to game one. Because this dude is has 2 healthy stocks, and Moitrich is fighting for his last.
Oh my lord!
Fully charged down smash, not connecting here though. But yeah, now we're gonna see the power of Youngling. We're gonna see his fast buttons and his setups especially. And Moitrich, Game Watch, he can kill early, but it's really not as easy, especially not against Midlight in this sense.
I think it's going to come down for Moitrich to get Midlight off stage, but that's going to be the pivot cancelled forward tilt to get that stock off. But that was way different from Midlight. I think it is very hard to spot, but there was a way that he played differently from the first game that we just ran over Moitrich.
I think he just had more space to cover, because in a way you do not want to overthink the sense, because Midlight, or players like Midlight, he has Pokemon Stadium, he has a lead, and with the lead, he does not have to commit whatsoever. There's never a reason to commit. And this is why it might pose a bit harder, because in the beginning, Moitrich was getting in easy. But the more time went on, it became harder all of a sudden. I mean, this is stamina as well. This is sticking to your guns and going with it. But the moment you want to switch things up, and the moment you want to see some mix, then it becomes harder. Now, maybe not with the Moitrich, but instead going with the Cloud. Okay, so in a way, he could have stayed with the same character, but I can see the counter because Moitrich is known to be a master of many characters, not only the Game Watch.
I was about to ask actually, because we talked a little bit of characters like Banjo that he has, Game & Watch, Sora, but we haven't talked about the Cloud actually.
Cloud is right here as well. I mean, he was playing it, and sure, I guess for matchups like these, he wants a bit more power. He wants a bit more raw power. And let's see, because on small battlefield, Moitrich's style is much easier to, kind of execute.
For sure, Cloud is a very simple character in a way, where all your confirms are very straightforward and the damage is quite high in the same way, but he's a very neutral focused and a very spacing focused character, and maybe that could work out here in this matchup against Midlight, who's still relying on his projectiles, but he's going in a little bit more, I feel actually here on the smaller stage.
Yep, and again, he's always contesting Midlight. I mean, this does pose a risk as well, but Moitrich, he needs that confidence just to look and see who is the one who has the upper hand.
Yeah, that one looked a little bit dangerous. Well, maybe trying to go for a second spike after the first one, but Moitrich not committing for it, playing it safe instead. Gets another hit there off stage. Midlight now potentially dangerous, just plants the bomb though on the corner, kind of thwarting any follow-up here from the Cloud. And he has the limit now, so he has a little bit more move and he can potentially unleash that very strong attack, but the limit Blade Beam is going to miss. So it is once again back to the neutral, which right there has been won by Moitrich. He tried to go for a little bit of a, questionable climb hazard kill right there. I think that just took way too long.
No, he could go for it, definitely. I mean, it is kind of hard to catch Youngling, especially when he's as fast as he is in the air.
Yeah.
But now he's in center stage, a bit too swingy, okay. It will spike towards the stage, but it's okay, because again, you can see how Moitrich is much better when it comes to contesting shield, when it comes to contesting space.
Third limit Blade Beam is going to do it right there.
Certainly.
3 limits there charged up. He's got the time, so he might as well charge that limit,
Okay, there's time hazard as well. A bit more proactive here on the Moitrich's approach, and this is exactly what he needs, because this is what's working out. And Midlight, he doesn't have the time. And unlike Pokemon Stadium 2, he cannot really just set up his play. He needs around 2 or 3 seconds, and this is more than enough for Moitrich to, just burst the bubble, play around his own comfort. I mean, he's at this point just pounding, just jabbing, just getting free damage. And again, a bit too swingy on that part, but sure, go for it until you get punched.
Yeah, and you said it, right? Midlight, he's getting a little bit desperate now. He gets the kill right there with a nice call out on that roll. But before that, he was just wailing on his shield with smash attacks and everything. And Moitrich just staying calm. He has the lead, as you said. So once again, we are in the situation where in the first game, Moitrich had the lead. He played it calm. He played it collected. He got the game. In the second game, Midlight had the lead. He played it calm, he played it collected, he got the game. And now is the question, can Midlight change his play up enough to get this one back? 173 for Youngling, though. That is some percents right there. One stray hit, one sneeze is going
He
to
can just
potentially kill
run
that
down.
Youngling. Is the throw going to kill? Oh, with the bomb, potentially, no. That's just barely keeping alive here. 209%. Incredible here for Midlight. How is he even still alive? Moitrich, though, he doesn't really have to rush. He just can keep it cool, and with that perfectly spaced forward tilt, he's going to take that.
Yeah, and to recall your words, calm and collected. This is the key, because this is how both players are winning their respective games. And now it is Moitrich who's looking so dominant, because Midlight, again, swinging, but it does not work against the passivity from Moitrich. He's too proactive about it, and again, he can sit and shield. There's not too much threat, and there goes the grab again. There goes yet another punish, and there goes damage. He has limit. He can chase it. He can maybe even look for something big, but instead, he's a bit on the safer side. It's fine.
Yeah, once again, he's playing it safe, playing scoring, he's playing correctly. No punish on that one for sure. That is not a punishable move by basically anything. So Midlight, with that punish attempt, is going to be very foolish there, but that's going to... Oh, I like that, actually, calling out the defensive option there on Midlight with that grab. Cloud's grab notoriously bad, but in that situation, working out quite perfectly, jumping over the boomerang as well, getting out that corner, resetting the stage, and, you know, getting himself to safety, because that is going to be paramount here to close out this third game.
Yep. Again, looking how to land. I mean, he's going for the down as well. He wants to keep it aggressive. Wonderful stock take by Midlight. He can turn it back, but now you have a Moitrich.
You're gonna have to get him off stage. Like, off stage is the key right here for Midlight. But that is going to be easier said than done for sure, because he has been relying on his projectiles, and those don't really send you off stage, so he has to commit to something.
And he's relying on the shield as well. And
I like that,
yeah,
my God. Once again, just running at him with that grab, you know? He has limit. Oh my Lord. Gets it right there. Okay, launches him quite far. Good damage, but no kill here. Midlight, once again, one forward tilt away, one back air away, one down smash for sure away from that stock getting taken. Yeah, I mean, everything besides jab and his grabs potentially. Well, he gets the grab right there, but that's going to get him that stage positioning that he's looking for. Limit is up right now, so Blade Beam, a very real threat here to that last stock in this third game for Midlight. Lets it drip right there, but no, once again, but he rolls through it actually. Potentially off-stage situation, but no. Moitrich gets out of it. Cross dash coming through, shield very small, and there it is. The dash deck just rams the sword in his face. And that's going to be the third game, going to Moitrich 2-1. Right now, he's one game away from moving on.
Exactly, and the moment the shield was low, it was neuron activation. He was saying, okay, either the shield is gonna break, or I'm gonna shield poke. Nevertheless, risk reward, totally in dash deck's favor.
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
Now, game one also becomes very important, because if Moitrich is losing on a large stage, because again, with the stage picks, Midlight has the advantage of at least maybe getting one stage that is not too small. I mean, there's Town City that can be banned, Pokemon Stadium 2, Carlos. Midlight will still get FD at least as a compromise. But even then, in game 5, Moitrich has the advantage when it comes to stage picking. So him winning on both SBFs is huge, especially it puts pressure on Midlight as well. So Midlight, he's gonna get Pokemon Stadium 2, because this is still an easier stage to traverse on for Moitrich. He will still go to Cloud again, because the moment he had limit, he could just free move around.
Exactly
but,
so.
But now Midlight, if he wins, but he has to win in a certain way. He has to win. He has to break Moitrich.
Yeah, I wonder now, like in this fourth game that we're getting ourselves into, once again on PS2 last time around, where Midlight won on this stage, Moitrich was piloting the Game & Watch. But this time around, it's the Cloud, so the dynamic is a completely different one, even though the stage, as you said, is larger, so there's more room to cover here for the Cloud, you know, to make it towards the Youngling, and we're already seeing it in effect right here, where all that extra, range that he has to cover is giving Midlight enough time to just get on the damage, get out those projectiles in time.
Yep, and this time no bucket, so Midlight again can just throw his stuff around. Okay, wonderful neat setup, sure, you can just go for it, you are safe with the bomb, but this also means that Moitrich is finding damage, and him finding back his pace might pose a threat to Midlight, but now keeping him on the platform, Moitrich, but again, those grabs are always a solution.
Yeah, and I love that. Like, if you look at like the average Cloud gameplay, like grabs are not a thing. But I like that Moitrich is attacking, and that's just a call. He just waits for Midlight to do something, to be right on top of him and let the upsurge rip.
Yeah, he knows Midlight wants to interact. I mean, all of a sudden Midlight, he knows if Moitrich is at 133, you want to get the stock out. So all of a sudden he will not throw away any boomerangs, not throw away too many fire arrows. He will just go in.
Yeah, Moldrich was going in right there with the climb hazard as well. You know, coming down with a vengeance there on the first one with the limit climb hazard, but the second one a little bit too greedy for sure. And Midlight was just sharking on the platform, waiting with that up there, getting the stock. So a small lead for sure. So not quite the situation that we experienced in the second game. So how does Midlight pilot this?
So that's the thing, because Midlight, he's giving away the platforms way too easily. So if Moldrich notices this, he always has the platforms to take a breather. In that sense, to take limit. So again, Midlight, he's throwing the arrows. Moldrich can just get on the platform. He can wait. He's in the lead. He does not need to approach. He can look and maybe think about how to create a game plan and how to push it through. Because if they both interact spontaneously, Midlight has the better frame data for that.
Let's see if he works out. Okay, good guy Boomerang saving the young there from the cross slash from further damage. Actually very even right now. Almost bare, like only 0.1% the differential here between these two, and there's the pressure there with the projectiles. A very high jump, and actually Midlight not committing to any punish there. He had the correct read actually here on Moldrich, but he's not going for it. He's not committing too much. He's playing it safe as well here, as he brought it back.
Yep. I love how Midlight is covering his landings as well, because this is not easy against Cloud, but he always has the bomb on deck, and you do not want to contest those fire arrows, you want to get out of there, and Moldrich doing exactly that. And now, again, looking, when is Midlight going to his shield? When is Midlight showing his habit, or at least this is what Moldrich thinks the habit is.
All right, there now limit here on deck for Moldrich is going to be potentially very dangerous. Both players waiting out the bomb in shield. There's the limit blade beam, but it's going to be the aerial one, so it's not quite as strong. Still though, Moldrich is working off stage, but Midlight finding his way around with the grappling hold onto the stage, and once again that up smash, he's waiting it out once again.
Yeah, he's outplaying Midlight's comfort. I mean, the moment Midlight is finding, okay, he might jump, I need to go for the forward air. But all of a sudden, he gets punished for that with a stock take. So he will get a bit more cautious with that. Forward air connecting, but not killing yet. Okay, Moldrich.
Oh, getting set up by those arrows. Look at that. He has to jump at some point, and there's the jump used by Midlight, not committing to any punish. That is Moldrich now coming in with the limit. Actually, Midlight perfectly jumping over the cross slash. Can Moldrich make it back against all those projectiles, against all those bombs? He can indeed, but can he make it back to center stage? This is where he wants to be, but he cannot quite do it. There's the nair, and that's going to be the stock.
Okay, make him commit. Okay, last stock for both. So again, this is normally a game that Midlight has to dominate in, and he's already not dominating. In fact, he might even lose as if Moldrich plays it correctly, but Midlight finding a crucial hit here with the up B, and now he's racking up percentages. So very cleanly so far.
Actually using the stall from the blade pin to get over that arrow. Very interesting. But we'll see how that works out. Once again, he's using the platforms to get his limit on deck. Has it right now, but he's stuck in the corner. Can he make use of it is the question. Blade Beam has then been the default here for Moldrich, but he's going to use it once again to just try to get some damage, because it's not happening against Mid right now.
Yep. Midlight is cooking something up, man. He knows. He has a rough idea on how to take Moldrich's end here, and maybe go to a game 5.
That was so dangerous. Oh my goodness,
he cannot get back.
He cannot get back. He cannot get hit by anything. That's the grab. Nice mix up there from Midlight coming in. The bomb's coming down here. One draw, one thrown up. There's another arrow, but nice roll coming through. But there he's just waiting for it, getting the down tilt into the up air. Good reaction on that DI as well. Very important right there for Midlight. Getting the fourth game and bringing us to a game 5, but as you said, Moldrich here in the advantage.
Yeah, he's definitely in the advantage, because now Moldrich has the advantage here to, in terms, get a smaller stage here. Okay, he does not want to go to PS2 again. I wonder if Small Battlefield is banned, but whatever is banned, he can just take what's left. Because at this point, if he sticks to the Cloud, he can play it on Battlefield, he can play it on Story, he can play it on SBF again, he can play it on Smashville too.
There's not enough bans for all those stages,
Exactly, and this goes both ways.
Can't hold all those stages.
Bastion also open, and again, SBF is there. So with Youngling, there are certain stages you really do not want to play with. And with Midlight, he has to accept this. And so far, Moldrich was very, very dominant on those Small Battlefield games. So in a sense, the rhythm still goes on. And I mentioned before, Midlight has to break Moldrich. Has to break him not only in spirit, but also as, in his character, in his playstyle.
He has to break the rhythm now as well, because if it keeps on keeping on like it has been, Moldrich is going to take the set, so Midlight has to find a way to get around Moldrich here on Small Battlefield.
Exactly, and he didn't so far, because PS2 was a bit more... Moldrich did offer a lot of mistakes here and there, but on Small Battlefield he's looking much cleaner. And I mean, look at the mix especially. Like, he's going in with cross slashes, with jabs, with forward air. He's going for a ledge jump as well. He's much faster. This is his confidence. This is the stage he picked, and this is the stage he's gonna win in if things go on as they are right now.
For sure, and Moltrich's keeping up the pressure. Like, the aggression is just so high right now. Oh my goodness, that's going to be the limit crosser interruption by a bomber, though. No jump, I believe, on Moltrich, but gets around it with the air dodge to the ledge. Dangerous stuff here, just barely,
Nice.
but he
Boom.
gets around it, and that is a perfectly timed and spaced back there from Moltrich there. And of course, the back air from Cloud, incredibly ridiculous. Taking the first stock here from mid-light. So once again, he is in a similar position as we've seen in game 1 and 3. Can he break it, though? The limit crosser is going to provide him with none of that. Forward smash coming through on the platform. It's a little bit of a punish potential here from Moltrich. He's getting back to the ledge, though, with that climb hazard, especially downwards here with lots of momentum, but that's
mistake.
not what we're looking for here if you're Moltrich.
A small mistake here, but nothing that kind of catches our guard because, you know, it happens. It was the side being
Just
set up
Cloud
lovely.
things, yeah.
Just Cloud things, it do be like that. But now Midlight, I mean, he can take the chance to, you know, even enhance his own play, but this is a problem I have with Midlight right now. Midlight is trying to overshadow Moltrich's strengths with his own instead of playing for Moltrich's weaknesses because
Yeah.
Moltrich is so fast that Midlight doesn't even try to find us. However, now, finally, he's taking in his shield, he's sitting in it for a bit
the
longer
juggles.
and disrespecting the grab here. This is what Midlight wants to look out for, and now all of a sudden, he has the stage behind his back.
I think Moltrich's being a little bit greedy with his limit right now, not trying to use it for anything. It's going to run out soon, TM.
It's okay.
And there it is. It's going to lose limits. He's used it for movement, trying to get out of those situations that
Oh, yeah.
Midlight has putting him in, you know?
Yep. Does have to force it, and okay, speaking of forcing, he forces a reversal here, but Midlight being a bit more on the patient side, so Moltrich, he has to keep his nerves, because again, this is the stage where he can express himself a bit better. This is where he won before,
my
so
God.
again, don't let yourself
Yep.
get fooled, because sooner or later Midlight will swing, and he will get punched for that. Wonderful
I
composure here by the player from now.
I
Hello.
love that patience from Moltrich. Okay, he just barely survives that offstage now with the limit, makes his way back with the limit climb hazard. Oh my god, gets set up by the
Nice.
boomerang, but not quite. Actually, the follow-up here for Midlight. He saw it, but he saw it too late. And now it is Moltrich here once again with the aggression in center stage. Is he going to hold it or is he going to chase further?
okay.
Oh my lord, I love that
Chasing.
chase on the platform with the cross slash.
Let him
There's
land.
more with the grab. There's the mix-up once again. Cloud, oh my goodness, barely interrupting, or not interrupting, I should say, the hook shot to the ledge. Oh my
Weakest-
god, not
oh,
even.
that was the weakest hit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
What? Okay, yeah, this one surely will kill. But okay, 56 on the youngling, and we saw Moltrich is comfortable. He did not get himself. He knows he lost the stock because of his own will. Midlight didn't take it at all this game.
Right, let's see if he can finish it though. Stuck kind of under the platform right there on small battlefield. Taking it slow once again. The tiny mix-ups from Moltrich. I really like those right now.
And again, just keeping himself more at bay. I mean, he is in the lead again. He can wait for Midlight to push.
No
No
jump.
jump. He can contest. He can contest. He
Yeah,
should
that
contest,
should
and he
be-
will contest.
It is, all right. Getting the limit cross just to close it out. That's the set for Moltrich, 3-2. And as you said, just waiting it out. No jump. He recognized the situation and just waits and has the limit there as well to just get that stock done.
Nice. And also, you know, not only keeping up the momentum in that sense, but knowing that Midlight will be the first one to shoot, accepting, giving Midlight the comfort of, okay, you can show your option, it's fine, I will give you the space, the room for that. And the moment you do, I have an answer for that. Be it a grab, be it an arrow. Even after an arrow, he was just going to the platform, and this is what Moltrich needed. This is what was Midlight's worst enemy. It was just the platform on the stage itself. The moment to recover, and when he recovered, he already planned his steps ahead of
And Moltrich is happy about that for sure. It was a grueling match. He had to grind it out, but he's made it happen. But definitely shoutouts to Midlight as well. What a placing here for the newcomer in this bracket, making not only top 8 but getting one further there as well, getting 5th place if I have my math correct right here. So what a performance here for sure.
And he's not done yet. I mean,
no.
again, he's in losers quarters, the place where we are heading in right now, after winners finals at least, because now we're gonna go to Longo versus Tapsi. And honestly, have those guys ever played in the tournament? I mean, maybe, but
I'm pretty
honestly,
sure they have.
I'm not too sure though.
At some point, I'm sure, like surely, right? At
I
some
don't
point?
remember. I don't remember. Like, actually, no. Let me think.
Wait, didn't they play the last crossover potentially? Or am I being stupid here?
That might be the case.
I
but
think it
I know
was.
they always dodged each other at NRW Cup.
Somebody looked that up.
because Longo was there, obviously. And Longo is a player, especially in the last season, who was on those big tournaments, especially in Europe, where Tapsi wasn't, because Tapsi was farming Germany in the meantime. So,
Yeah, for sure.
so those are like two different posts. But yeah, no matter what, those two guys are ready. And those two guys are looking like a clean version of themselves. Especially Tapsi is looking like a beast right now. With Longo, it's like more here and there, but he already showed against Molchich, ayo, he knows what to do, he knows his stuff, and especially he knows against characters like Snake, against players like Tapsi, what is going on inside the head.
Yeah, exactly. And that match off stage, I was looking at it a little bit, and the place that Longo had, the confidence that he was engaging the Game & Watch from Moltrich with, was quite clean, actually. Like, of course, it is a kind of a difficult matchup to pilot at times, especially with the bucket and everything. But he's made it work, and he's took that set 3-1 against him, and now he is here in winners semis.
Yes, sir, and yeah, thanks to the production for showing us that Arcadia Smash 3 was the last big tournament they faced off against each other. And Arcadia Smash 3
so it was Arcadia. Okay.
It's a while ago. It was last season as well. So yeah, good to know, good to know. But yeah, now looking at the players, one thing I always value about Longo is he is actually a beast at player versus player. Like, he knows how to perfect his conditioning so much that he can create a game plan in the midst of a game plan as well. Because he has more layers compared to other players.
Yeah.
So when he's going up against Tapsi, he's checking out. He's providing a rule set, a sheet in a way. So if Tapsi abides those rules, then Longo can say, okay, you're fine, you're done, you can get some stage presence, it's okay, but I'm gonna win the match. If Tapsi is ignoring those rules, then Longo will find ways to destroy him, to absolutely abolish every hope that Tapsi could possibly have. But Tapsi, in the other sense, he's not the one who plays by the rules.
Oh, what a pickup there on the platform as well. I mean, let's see how they establish their game plans right here. Both Longo and Tapsi, of course, have one, because we've seen Tapsi earlier. All those projectiles, they're not thrown at random. There is thought behind them.
Exactly. And okay, going into it, again, the intel gathering. And this is why Game 1 is going to be the most important. Game 1 and Game 4 if Longo is up 2-0. But we're going to get to that in a later part, because right now...
That's a little bit... you're not supposed to leak the script, man.
Not yet. But we can tease a bit, because why not? Okay, so Tapsi, similar to Robin GG, knows how to get his opponent off stage. And, okay, this was a cleanly set Nikita.
Yeah, he's just piloting that Nikita so well. We've seen it in the last matchup as well, but now Rob dangerous here on the ledge. As the gyro here, Tapsi, one more projectile for him to work with, somehow working against Rob, but actually nice maneuvering around it as well. Oh my lord, that just came out of nowhere.
What the fuck? No, that didn't happen.
All right, so, but still, that Rob is just being alive. Look at those nades, they're just almost killing right here, but it is still, oh my goodness, he's just getting blown up all over again. But the down tilt killed.
That move's broken,
and it didn't kill Pichu, it killed Rob. Like, that is insane. There's so much damage for 111% here on the Snake as well. Now, but it is on Longo now to connect. Oh, well, it is actually, it is not on Longo to connect anything. It's going to be Tapsi doing it himself.
Yep, he knows now. I need to stay in my C4. I'm going to need to, abide the rules this time.
Yeah. He's definitely writing the rule book right now, because he's doing everything. He's doing his part and he's doing Longo's part at the moment.
Exactly.
But Longo, he's fighting back right now. Some smooth combos right here, just the 1-2s. The setup here with the gyro as well. It's a little bit spicy, but he doesn't really get too much of it. A little bit of percent for sure, but the laser is going to do more, actually, interestingly enough. And that low recovery, that is dangerous for Snake, because he's very slow, and that hitbox from the down air is going to be extended on that Cypher. So if Longo is ever in a position to get that down air started, fast enough, there's going to be almost a guaranteed spike here on that Snake.
Yep, and now we see Longo in the middle of the conditioning, because he knows, okay, if he has a grenade, he's gonna respect it, it's fine, let him stay in shield, but setting up the gyro, charging up the laser is crucial to this matchup, and he's playing it wonderfully so far. However, Tapsi, again, he's not really ignoring the rules, he's rewriting them, but
I like
sometimes you gotta be a bit more careful of those, because again, Longo, he knows better.
And we're slowly but surely, I feel like, getting to that second layer, because he's brought in the grab, using the throw invincibility to get around that grenade and then get the follow-up there with the up air, taking the stock and taking the lead, and that is so important against Tapsi, because now he has to engage. And he's coming in here with the jab, actually, and there's the down tilts tripping it up in between there as well. 62% on the Snake, getting another grab, trying to go for a read, actually just going for the raw forward tilt, sorry, not quite in the air right there. There's it coming in the Nikita, but being out for that long, it's way too strong. No tech possible here for Longo. So the lead is going to be diminished, but it's still there.
And now Tapsi manages to get out of the corner. Those are the moments where Longo normally waits to find the game end. But Tapsi is a bit nimble with that. So again, Longo, he's taking a bit slower right now, taking a little stroll. But now, Tapsi's already setting up. He's already throwing up the nades. He's taking up the space.
I'm going to be here now, and I'm going to stay here. And he is staying there, he does. Like, even if he got a hit there on Longo, he's still staying under the platform because it is really safe to be there, especially with all those projectiles, all that wall of projectiles being built by Tapsi right here. So Longo, he has to find his way in at some point because he cannot play the projectile game, for too long against Snake. Especially now that he holds one of his projectiles
Exactly,
with the gyro, getting 2 hits right there. Yeah, he's taking over all the projectiles, but now off stage, that's a dangerous. Oh, he misses the air dodge though, and I think he's going to be low. Is the C4 coming through? No, he is too slow, and that's going to be the first game for Longo, setting himself up for those layers.
And again, with the layers, as you mentioned before, this is exactly what I mean with the player versus player that Longo provides. Because him solving Tapsi's discomfort, him looking for it, and even enabling himself is just so crucial. Not only to, again, Snake versus Rob, but also to Longo versus Tapsi. Because we saw how Tapsi won against Rob and GG. And this is certainly a different case. Because not only is Longo's punish game almost on par with Rob and GG's maximum strength, but also he knows how to play it slow. He has the character to play it slow much better. But aside from that, grenades, it's fine. He doesn't even need to catch those. He can just wait for the gyroid. He can wait when to fire up the gyroid. And Tapsi, he was playing with it around, but only because the gyro was always in his reach, which also means that Longo could always shoot the gyro in that exact range.
Yeah, I think one of the key factors might be for Tapsi to take control of the gyro and keep it longer. He's been using it a lot against Longo, just throwing it into his robot face.
He needs to throw it up.
Throw it up, keep it maybe even, use a bit of Z aerials and all that good stuff, because he's taken away a crucial part of Longo's ability to play long range.
Okay, throw it up is definitely the case here, because if he keeps it, it's going to be a bit weird with his grenade setups, because if he practices that, sure, maybe in another day, but for now, this is what he wants. He wants to keep Longo not only at bay in terms of stage presence, but he also wants to take the lead. He also wants to keep Longo at 100% here, because this is a dream scenario. Also blocking the laser, which is crucial to this matchup, especially against the grenades. This is like the 1A answer here. And after 2 shots, he has to wait out. And Tapsi now, taking a much better start to game 2.
All right, grenades coming through here. The C4, all right, was planted on the platform in anticipation of that, but that's going to be confirmed. Oh, I don't know why are you even mixing up stuff? You had the confirm. You just had to press the up button, the up tilt button.
But he wants the kill.
But yeah, he didn't get the stock. He got the kill for sure. Yeah, that's true actually.
There's a condition. Not only taking the stock here, but also destroying him.
My
in
lord.
that sense. Oh yeah, it was
going up there.
Close, a bit finicky here.
Yeah. But he's working with, and I like that he's chasing with it, because a lot of players let Snake just recover for free in that high recovery scenarios. He's going for it once again. Of course, the grenades are always a little bit of an issue to deal with because they're falling down as Snake is. But actually, Longo has been maneuvering around them quite nicely.
Those parry was important as well. Okay, Longo again looking how to even out the situation. And now Longo is not even in the lead right now. He's not the one in pace, because Tapsi, he's taking control of the game's tempo. Okay, can he recover this without flaw? Neither. That was actually really good. I mean, he kind of skipped the ledge in that moment and kept Longo guessing. And now he's even dodging the up air. Tapsi is playing very strong with his stock right now.
Yeah, playing very defensively right now as well. Just as you said, getting around all of these, tried and true tactics that Longo is trying to use here against those mix-up, against the Snake right now, trying to get a little bit of up air power up, but that's just good. The back hit from the nair, no mix-up on that one for sure.
Nope,
just getting it out, getting the hitbox out, one of the safest hitbox in the entire game, and at those percent, it's gonna kill as well. So a good option there from Longo to use that.
Definitely. Okay, now again, good scenario another time. Longo struggling to find footing, but if you find a hit on shield, you're gonna be safe. I mean, you're not gonna be plus in that sense, but you will not get punished for that either.
Exactly. Now, once again, the back air coming through off stage. Definitely a dangerous position. Second Nikita coming out. Longo going extremely low. Third Nikita is going to be set up on stage, but that is that's actually kind of true, because if you roll away, you're still kind of stuck at the corner right there. So the forward is always going to connect.
Oh yeah, exactly. So, and if it kills, you can just go for it.
Exactly.
This is why the Wrecker is also such a good option for Snake here in that sense. And okay, down off the shield, tons of damage going in, and this is a scenario that Longo does not want to be in, because it has a clear contrast to game 1. Now, Snake, or in terms Tapsi, is up one whole stock, and we saw what he can do with that lead, because whenever he gets hit, he's always gonna trade back with his nades, and this is why he's literally gonna spam the B button in that sense.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, he's doing it quite good right now.
That B button is getting worn down right now. The grenades coming
Okay,
towards.
wait.
Yeah, Longo's there, but the armor is actually getting out of that multi-hit from the up air. But that is the confirm of the grenade. Tapsi just turning that whole situation around and getting himself on the board. 1-1 between these two right now. But once again, we're getting there now with the layers. Once again, I'm going to come back to this because it is kind of interesting now. What do you think? What does Longo have left in the tank now?
So
For
one,
what is coming in, basically?
yeah, so for one, he can choose what stage he can play. I mean, in a sense, he might go back to SPF, and yeah, he surely will. So,
Alright.
to answer your question, again, Gyro was a bit harder to play in this sense, but it still worked out. So now the timings become the play, because how does Longo play the CQC? How does Longo play against Snake's shield? Because this is a conditioning we didn't see yet. There weren't too many grabs here because everything was mid-range, and he noticed Tapsi is better in mid-range. So he needs to keep up his lasers, he needs to play a bit slower, and now playing for time, playing for stage presence is the whole new layer, because now Tapsi wants to move around it, he wants to see how he can get in, because now Longo offers him much more space. He's kind of, sacrificing his own for that, but this might also be a bait, and Tapsi, this is the thing to solve for him, how he's gonna play it, because for now, he's a bit overzealous when it comes to approaching Longo, and with the zealousy, Longo finds very good punishes, and now see, Snake is already at 100%, so now Longo figuring out a new state of play, and it works out wonderfully.
Yeah, it's working out beautifully here for the Rob player here. But once again, yeah, as I said, he's got all that damage. He was in his face for a little bit. He was in a threat bubble, and then he said, "All right, I'm out. I'm going to just reset. I'm going to go to the other side of the stage and just throw my projectiles and see how you react, because you have to approach right now. I have the lead, and now off stage, that's a different position, difficult position for sure here for Tapsi. He has to recover low, but once again, Longo taking his space and then coming in with a vengeance with a back air. Nicely spaced, I should say. Sorry, my God." My words are escaping right now because that's how clean Long has played that down.
Indeed. And okay, again, he can contest. I mean, he shouldn't really need to contest Snake in that sense, because he can, again, give him space, give up some more stuff. And Tapsi, he's not really swinging in that sense, of course, but he's looking for privacy. He's looking for weaknesses from Longo, but Longo, he's mixing it up a bit right now. And Tapsi, he's a bit uncertain now all of a sudden.
That was so close for that stock to being taken by that back air. Longo placed that quite nicely. Not fast enough, though, to be hit right there. So Tapsi was coming with that panic option, just getting just something. But there it is, getting the grab and getting the forward tilt. There is nothing to be done there about that from Longo. So he's going to lose the stock, but he holds the lead once again. And if he plays that same, I think Tapsi has yet to find an answer.
Yeah, the one answer was certainly that Longo, whenever he turns his back towards him, he's always going to go for the reverse gyro, because in a way it is safe. But if he does that, Tapsi has an answer for it. He can find the shield, he can find the grab, and Longo, if not a habit, it is certainly a way to maybe find the safe win. And, it is not correctly DI'd here, and certainly losing the stock pretty early on. But Tapsi, yeah, I mean, let's see how much intel he can gather here, because Longo, he has his game plan set up, he has the momentum in that sense, and okay.
That's a
good
little
play. Good setup.
Yeah, I like the adaptation there from Tapsi, getting in for that grab, and actually then using the down throw into the grenade to set up even more damage. Look at that, like 106%. Like the majority of that damage came in the last few seconds. So that's really well done by Tapsi. Once again interrupted by the frame one nade right there. Difficult for Longo to really keep anything going, because the Rob strings, they're not true at all.
Wait, this is such a good game set as well, because now Gyro has to charge up a bit. He has no laser whatsoever at his disposal, so now again, he doesn't even need to go for the nades. He can set us up just normally with a single one and try to approach. But Longo also smelling the approach here, always using the Gyro preemptively, and now Tapsi starts bursting out.
Right, Nikita there being threatening, falling down, but Longo once again maneuvering around it by getting blown up once again by a nade. Previously placed by Tapsi in that particular spot to actually get around that air dodge. And now once again 61% here on Longo, 65 on Tapsi.
If Tapsi finds a stock here,
he has to find it, because if he doesn't, that's going to be very dangerous. One back air could already spell disaster here for that Snake. He's once again setting up the C4s on the platform, letting it right there. The nade coming through, almost killing actually 203%. But there's the
Good
nade.
pacing here by
Actually,
Topsy.
that's so nice, such a nice trade for Longo. All damage that he gets right now is so valuable. 225% on that Roboter right now. Is he going to be able to stay alive? The forward to the space on, get him off me.
Nice.
He's just going to use all the time, and he's blowing himself up once again. That's the second time, and at 225%, that's going to be the third game going over too long.
Ooh, and it was a bit hasty by Topsy here. I mean, I don't know if he noticed that C4 was already there, but again, it was quite a fast pace all of a sudden in the end. But I really liked how Topsy was playing it out, because again, he took some damage, but he slowed down the game by not too much, but not too low either. So whenever Longo landed, Topsy always had pressure on him. But all of a sudden, Longo is using tilts the moment Topsy is in his range. Like that after that you mentioned, all of a sudden, all of a sudden that broke because Topsy couldn't really engage here. So now Longo was even ready for that. And again, speaking of player versus player, because Topsy, in those last stocks, or especially the first one as well, he figured something out. But Longo, even though he didn't have the answer per se, he just put in a lot more mix. You know, just to keep Topsy guessing, to maybe let Topsy ask the question to himself, was this really the right option? Did I really figure it out? And now it is becoming uncertain. So Longo might run away with the set simply because he knows how to play the slow game better, although Topsy was ahead in that sense.
Actually, interestingly enough, we're going back to small battlefield here. So Topsy electing to stay here, even though it was like originally counterpick from Longo. But maybe he thought, it was close enough for me to make it happen.
And this is the thing, Topsy thinks, but does Topsy knows? That's the thing.
That is the thing. That is the question right here. If he can, maneuver around it. It is right now Longo taking a little bit of damage, but this is still, of course, very early days here in this projectile war that we're going to engage in for this fourth game.
Okay, close quarters again. We already established that Snake is a bit better here in that. Okay, Topsy again. And I'm, turning around my words a bit, but Topsy also turning around Longo's head, because now, again, he's mixing up his burst options. He knows when to go in and when to keep it slow. Longo with the down tilts, not really too successful up until now, because now he finds the grab. He finds maybe an up air. It shouldn't be lethal. It is never lethal in that sense.
That DI, I mean, it is difficult. This is a 50-50, like, if you want to call it that. But it is like, I mean, at this point he should be used to it, right?
Not on that level, not on that level.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, at this point he should know how to DI that. And that's just a crucial mistake, because it gives Longo the space that he's now using to just get on the percents, because he has the stock lead. He can just play it slow. He doesn't have to do anything. Except firing lasers and giants.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, and again, game state is really good for Longo.
Yeah.
Oh, he respected it.
I love that. That was so smart, actually. Interrupting that early to get around that, and then using the C4 to get himself the needed height and resetting his up B. But then Nikita, oh my goodness, how long are we going to play that game?
Another shot, keeping him at bay. Okay, Topsy's escape. He's gonna make it worth it, because man hit a lot of damage in that regard.
That's like a little mini game there between Longo and then Nikita, as Topsy is trying to maneuver into him, but actually using the up B there as well. The jetpack, basically, if you want to call it that. Nice down space. And that's the mix-up as well. He just lets it rip at some point. Like, Topsy is working on the safe options. Longo's not really doing anything, not exploding out of anything. But then he comes in with that mix-up down smash. But Topsy getting the stock off right there as well. But it has been overdue, I would say.
A different timing. And okay, now again, Snake setting it up. Topsy, again, questioning himself. Okay, how do I want to approach this? Because now Longo has just so much HP. Like, 2 whole stocks. And Snake, if he goes for trades, he will be in the losing matter. And this was good. Because this is how you want to get damage. You don't want to get damage with trades. You want to get damage with raw hits.
Oh my goodness, that was so dangerous. He gets the spot touch just in time here. Topsy getting around that. That would have been so much potential damage, but Longo keeping up the advantage right now. That's the timing mix-up that we talked about. Longo now actually turning up the aggression quite high here against Topsy, who has to recover low. Oh my goodness, what a Z drop here, but the forward is barely missing. He has to go there, but just barely down there, just a little bit too slow. This is a matter of milliseconds between these two players. That stock could have been gone in 3 separate occasions.
Yeah, Longo's already looking how to end this game, because he wants to end this game now. Like, the Snake is always in the sweat range, always in the sweat bubble, and the F smash just not connecting because of the nade that Topsy placed around 2 seconds ago. But it's okay, because Longo now being a bit more faster here, Topsy, not really nervous, but he doesn't really know how to find the stock, how to get this comeback.
I mean, all of those projectiles are
maybe
going to
this
work
is
at
how.
somebody.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
I mean, Longo has been hanging on to that edge a little bit too long, maybe a little bit too patient on that one. And he's going to use that wall of projectiles to kind of force Longo to
Topsy
do
gotta
anything or
fight.
do nothing. Oh, a good mix up there on the time
It
we go
is
on the
true,
match,
and
but
this
that's going to
time
be
it-
the up air. That's good
okay,
DI here.
nice.
Tapsy keeping himself alive. You said it. He has to DI that correctly, and he did. He's keeping himself alive 150% though. Longo, he's chasing.
he's
He's going
out.
up the range. Oh my goodness, he got it. That could have been potentially dangerous with the grenade, but Longo did it in the end. He got the hit that he needed, and it's going to be the set for him right here. 3-1 for Long.
Nice. Ooh, wonderfully played here by Germany's finest. I mean, he is the first hit of the tournament for a reason, and this is why I mentioned. Tapsy
let's
was
get-
looking unstoppable after that game against Robin GG, and now Longo, he just looked, he just made it look like another day at work. Like, okay, sure, Tapsy got a game. Tapsy was still looking strong, but Longo, he has this certainty in his playstyle, and this certainty always comes through.
And I love that in the end the chase towards the top actually worked out, because like the 5 different times he tried it, like nothing really came off it except damage on him maybe from an 8 or something on the
because
side.
this time there weren't any resources. The grenade wasn't really in place before, and you mentioned that both could have died, which is not really true, because if the nade exploded, Snake is always going to be the first one to die, because
for
Snake was
sure.
at 150, Longo was a bit lower on the end, so it was spaced perfectly, but
Kind of gives you that tension though when both players are in the bubble, right? It's a little bit. Oh my goodness.
a slight bit tension, but the facts don't lie. But
that's true. That's very true. That's why I have you.
Exactly. This is still a flashy ender though, so I gotta give you that. And so far, Longo does make a name for himself. I mean, again, going David, aside from Tapsy, would still be Robin GG. Even though he lost it against him like that, he is still in high energy. And now going up against Moitrich, so before, we always had veteran versus youngster. Now we have 2 veterans facing off against each other, and honestly, Robin GG versus Moitrich is a matchup that we didn't really see at all, like never.
Yeah,
maybe
I couldn't remember.
sometime.
I couldn't remember like
Smash 4.
in recent
Smash 4.
in recent memory.
Oh yeah, okay. In Ultimate, I really don't know.
So I'm wondering then, like, I'm pretty sure that Robin GG is going to go for the Peach as his first character. That almost is a given, I feel like. There's a Bayo, there's a
he's
Palo,
a planet,
but I feel like that's like his default go-to, and he's only pivoting off if he really needs to. But then we have Moitrich, as you already said, a master of many characters.
Yep.
So what are you reckoning? What is he throwing into the face of Robin GG's Peach?
I mean, the tournament character so far was certainly Game Watch. So if he wants to go with the Game Watch, he can do that. But if Moitrich has prepared himself, then maybe he finds something else. And okay, we have a Pro Controller here right now, and the Pro Controller is the one for Robin GG, ironically. So yeah, you want to disconnect your stuff the moment you can do it. But it's fine. Yeah, but going back to the question, Game Watch would certainly be one answer. Sora would be the spicy one, because I hold Sora in high regard as a character, but the potential has yet to be unlocked, and with Moitrich we already know his potential is set in stone with Game Watch, because this one was looking very clean. But how clean can he be against the top 10, maybe top 7 of Germany?
Yes, we'll see, indeed. As you said, 2 veterans for sure. But it is once again, of course, Robin GG starting off with massive damage, a little of a turnip there in the hand as well. Dangerous, do not be reflected though, he has to be mindful of that. Of course, the bucket is always an option for the Game & Watch.
Exactly. Now again, keeping, not Sonya, but keeping Peach in chains, exactly. But no, Peach, again, escaping. Robin GG is very good with those reversals, but so is Moitrich. And, I think we're gonna see a bit more of a slugfest when it comes to off-stage scenarios, or like center stage scenarios.
Yeah,
as
for
well
sure. Like,
sometimes.
I think all scenarios, actually, both of these players have been going in and just slugging it out, as you said, just getting those punches in, And now there's coming through. I mean, actually catches it with the dash check as well,
Nice.
so no reflection there. Actually not effective once at all. No tech there, but of course, Game Watch has the verticality to make it back. Question though is, can Robin GG close out that stock, or is it Moitrich there with those very safe smash attacks that he's already bringing out, especially those up smash? But that is a very ill-advised air dodge there for Moitrich. Inflection though on the turnip, good damage there as well, coming through. Offstage once again, turnip reflected, and he can just take his time. He's always going to make it back. But the back air, very nice there from Robin GG, taking the first stock off against Moitrich. So now, what does that mean in terms of the dynamic between these two?
Because we already saw that Moitrich cannot really use up B in a way. Because if he wants to land, Peach is always going to be in his range. And, just barely spacing out back air, barely spacing out neutral air, or even the forward airs, or even the turnips, which also means that Game Watch will never be in the threat range as well. So Moitrich has to find a way to not only get in, but also to armor through something like that. To maybe find a reverse up smash here, to maybe go a bit more for neutral B, go a bit more for the chef, or even to overshoot like that with the key. Wonderfully played by him. And now, 0% Peach. is gonna be at your guts.
Oh yeah, that is going to be potentially very dangerous. Nice ladder there coming through from RobinGG as well. Using that bit once for another one, just waiting there with the float. Potential danger here for Meutrich, getting countered here by the Toad as well, coming out for a guest appearance. Oh, that air dodge is potentially very ill-advised, but the turnip actually saving Meutrich from that down smash. That could have been incredibly dangerous, but RobinGG has not taken a single percent here on that second stock, and he does not get any until he takes the stock off from Meutrich here, and that's a clean stock lead for the... Oh, that's it. Oh, that's a Stitch as well. That's
exactly. Of course, it's a Stitch, because
Yeah,
how different could RobinGG play?
Yeah, I apologize.
For us, this is like just standard. You know, RobinGG will always find a Stitch, a bomb, like whatever. Mr. Saturn 2, and my goodness, this
35. He still has it. And there's another one, 70, and we're keeping it up, going on with the forward as well. Off stage, dangerous stuff here now. The turnip is still in hand. That Stitch face, oh my goodness, that shield also in danger. He throws it to the wrong direction though.
Nice cross up though for Meutrich, and now contesting is going to be hard. This is where he wants to get the stock. This is where he wants to get the value. And the moment Peach finds herself back on the stage's footing, it's going to be so rough.
Yeah, that's going to be rough indeed. Too much end lag on that side B, especially if you land on the ground. Actually, that up B going through that down smash that RobinGG had placed there. Oh, that counter, oh my goodness, getting a spot dodge after that as well, but... Actually, game was just barely slow enough to get that catch. Nice weight there from RobinGG. Can just really react to anything. Turnips coming down. Nice reflection there. And that's a repeating pattern for sure. But RobinGG usually has been coming out the better out of those situations. Getting the dash tag as well. That's surely... No, actually good DI. Immaculate DI from Meutrich.
Yeah, for reasons it is so DI-able. But this one, however,
this is
not at all. Like, you're going to die from that.
That is... There's no DI going to save you from that one.
Okay, and we saw some answers for Meutrich, but you can only kind of tell GameWatch is struggling so hard contesting Peach, and it seems like Meutrich is a player who really wants to contest. Ironically, this is how he ended his set against Mid-Light, so you know, let's see if he still got one more in him, or if he wants to mix things up in terms of character choices, because Meutrich, again, master of many. Or is he?
Oh, is he? That's the question. I mean, so far, as you said, he's really been relying on his Game & Watch for the most of it. And has been getting, of course, very far, now being in top 8 and actually getting even one round further in the loser side of it, right? But yeah, I mean, we'll see if he can keep it going with the Game Watch, if he's going to choose another character, if he gives it another try, or he's going to maybe go a little bit more projectile heavy with the Banjo, or it's going to go for the Cloud, just duke it out.
Yeah, they play on Smashville, so yeah, it means we're still going to stick to the characters, but no, I like how he isn't getting baited from it, because one weakness that you might have when playing many characters is, was the switch really the right choice? Was there more I could have done with Game Watch? Was it my problem, or was the character's problem?
You kind of start doubting yourself as well, right?
Exactly, yeah, and now if he's going to lose this game, then it becomes a bit more spicy, because then you have to go for a reverse 3-0. But knowing Meutrich, he can still win those. But the way he does that is yet to be told.
And so far, it's really not looking like winning much at all. There's the counter. That's more or less a 0 to death. Just 3.7% and below 30 seconds for the RobinGG coming out of the gate flying. Oh no, that is so unlucky.
Now the gods are not on your side as well.
Oh, hell no.
It's not looking good, but okay. RobinGG is still not getting the punish as well, but yeah, he's just playing around with it. You know, there's some fun involved, but seeing how RobinGG is just, seeing how RobinGG is just putting up a turnip, putting up a Stitch face, while you yourself are just getting a clean one.
Is that fun?
Is that really fun? I don't know.
Well, not for Meutrich, that's for sure, but RobinGG enjoying himself very greatly at the moment. You know, getting all those trades, getting all the damage now coming through as well. And that stock is actually fairly healthy still at 96. Only the smash attacks maybe from Game & Watch could potentially take the stock right now, but RobinGG can take his time. There's the smash attacks coming through. Of course, the down smash Notorious being very, very safe here from the Game & Watch, so RobinGG has to respect it, but he hasn't really doesn't really have to engage at all. That's interesting.
It should have been a smash, but okay, both players weren't ready for that, that's fine. But now I notice Meutrich is finding better ways to punish RobinGG. Not only with the grab, but also sometimes with the dash tag as well. You know, here an up smash, okay, shield was low, go for the shield poke, and now we will go for the stock, but okay.
Important, well,
okay,
that is...
we got the stock, you know, just pretend it was Meutrich who took it, you know.
I mean, at this point you'll take it, right? Because he's been, behind so far, for so long as well. 128% now on the very light Game & Watch, and one good move here from RobinGG could potentially take it, but now in disadvantage, especially with the chef now waiting it out, but you cannot wait that out forever, because Meutrich can just hold it, gets over it though with the side B. Oh my goodness, the trades on the smash attacks as well, but Meutrich still kind of working it out, but the back air is fast and strong enough to actually finish off that stock.
Yep, and I like how he's going for F-tilts as well, because again, another mix-up to the dash check. Okay, we got a 2 at least.
No, actually,
we're getting there.
We got a 1. we got a 3 and we got a 2. That is incredibly bad luck.
Yeah, we got a 4 as well. You know,
I think it was, yeah, sorry, it was a 4.
The
not a
9
3.
is certainly in range.
Yeah, we're getting there, you know, slowly but surely getting up the numbers, you know. But it's is it too late is the question, because it
my
surely
God,
seems like you
he's
want to
getting
pick up
messed
there with the down tilt as well into the forward smash. Going out there with the side B gets another one. Of course, if you have enough time after that, you can go out for the second one here as well to recover, using the double jump for that as well. There's the 8, okay, slowly but surely. But the question is it like, that is, right, actually bucketing the counter. That is so incredible.
Surely we're going to get the 9 now. We got a 1, we got a 2, we got a 3, we got a 4, we got an 8 even. So, you know, just as a tease.
It's fated, it's fated.
It is fated.
But does he get the setup though is the question. He's been actually using Judgment in neutral as well. Actually, an incredible amount of counters coming out from RobinGG at the moment. That's something we really see from him.
Go for a grab, go for a side B, go for whatever. I mean, he's going for the sweet spot, chef, man. I forgot this in hand sweet spot. Okay. No,
actually, he gets the damage. Like at this point,
wait a minute.
Like with the setup, with the Nair potentially here, with the Judgment, actually he can actually potentially finish it like that as well.
Yeah,
like he doesn't really need the Judgment at this point, because Peach is not really the heaviest character in the world as well. But still at 133%, the Nair goes through everything. He just powers through all of that food. He's on a diet right now. He doesn't want to see any of that, and he gets the stock at the game. My God, that was incredible.
Blood just hit with 3 sausages, man.
That is, like, yeah. He just takes the card, he just slaps all the meat, you know, just slaps it out of there. My God.
This is impending doom, right? Like the power attack comes, so you know it's gonna kill, but you're still pressing the B, but just in hopes.
And
right?
you're stuck in it as well. Like at this point, you're not getting out of it in time. No way.
Okay, it's a funny way to go, but we saw a glimpse of hope.
He still went.
We saw a light. And now, okay, Mojcik doesn't really see the hope in Game Watch, but instead in himself. But now going for the Banjo here, keep in mind, he has to sweep with a reverse 3-0.
How does that work out though now? Like the Banjo, how does that work out like specifically against the Peach? Like what is he picking Banjo for?
Okay, so in a way, when Peach approaches, she's approaching with a back air, she's approaching with a wall. So if you want to break that wall, you have a wing, you have a nade for that. But aside from that, Mojcik possibly doesn't even know himself. Like he can punish this, he can punish the wall. But if RobinGG is playing slower, what is there to be done? And
yeah, I mean,
then come the setups.
Yeah, sometimes it's just the setups. Oh my goodness, that's the setup as well. Oh, gets the stitch as well.
Of course.
And now Mojcik, yeah. How do you get around that? Yeah, the startup interrupted there by the projectile. He has to once again use another wing, and now he has only 2 left. Like lots of wings already used in the first stock, but the first stock is already gone, so it doesn't really matter in the end at all. Getting back all those wings, but is that really worth it? Because he is now down once again, and now RobinGG can play the tempo as he wants it.
Okay, no, goes for the F4 instead. He knows RobinGG can mash out of it.
Oh my goodness, these one touches.
Oh.
And there's the corner carry, as you said, a potential, but actually quite interrupted quite early there from RobinGG. That's set up though. So much end lag on that Wonder Wing if you don't hit it. So it is once again the damage coming through for RobinGG in the corner now. Mojcik once again. Oh, nice. What a pivot grab though. That spacing on that is beautiful. Serving him up with the club as well. And now he's off stage and he can't really do anything. The nade's coming through. He has to go for another Wonder Wing. He makes it go. Actually contesting that, but there's the down smash. Not quite quilling there. Good DI from Mojcik to stay alive. Still here gets the roll, and actually not the correct read here from RobinGG. Gets out of that, but still like he slapped him already. Dash Day coming through for more damage. Up air, just barely missing. Nade in hand, interrupting both of them actually. And there's the up smash. Okay, so it is Mojcik actually firing back now, but that is way too late now.
Mojcik still has 2 wings to play with. Okay, now only 1, but it's okay. My man's looking.
I mean, he has to use it at some point now because his stock is like more or less gone. So he might as well use it, try to get anything off it. Now actually just stabbing on the shield. Interestingly enough, spacing with a down tilt there. It's coming through the back air once again from RobinGG. And there he's, oh my goodness, that space is just barely off.
Okay, now to see how it's going to get back. Okay, the shield is going to survive that. This is good to know. I mean, we don't have much time, you know, because this might be the last game as well. But now knowing that he can survive that, it is hard, but he can still come back from that. Banjo still has damage output. Banjo has kill moves. Banjo has power. And now Mojcik has to stay alive. Not only in the most literal sense, but also inside his head. You know, staying fresh and looking for those conversions, looking for those options. But RobinGG is making things so hard right now.
Yeah, and these miss inputs also really don't look like Mojcik is really, you know, confident at the moment. The Wonder Wing to the wrong direction, stuck at the ledge, like that is not good signs right now. But you know, he is a veteran, as we alluded to earlier. And actually, RobinGG losing his stock way early. Actually, stealing that, and that is a chance that is igniting hope in Mojcik's mind right now.
Yep, he has all the resources he needs. He has Wonder Wings, he has the recovery other way. He has the bombs as well, and now, you know, Robin GG still was the victor in so many of those interactions, but now Moltrich is
What a
things
setup.
up.
All right, he's picking
Nice,
it up.
it's
He's
good,
picking
it's
it up. I like what he's doing right now. Getting interrupted in the start of the Wonder Wing, though. Now off stage here with the grenade. Dangerous stuff once again getting interrupted. But this time out, it's coming out here. The armor is there. He's getting through. He's getting to the ledge. Getting now
Damage.
off stage here. Robin G. Difficult here to navigate
this
potentially against the Banjo, but he's using his resources wisely, getting around it and getting back to the ledge. That is very important now. The tiles coming crashing down as well. So dangerous here, and it's actually getting way closer than it should have been. Robin G should have had that in the back, but Moltrich, he's working, he's fighting.
Ooh, now he has to survive as well, though. Again, maybe not the Stitch Phase, but certainly a lot of
trades.
damage, a lot of trauma.
No, that is not good.
He's still fine. He's still fine.
He
He's
has
still
to,
fine.
but that's so many Wonder Wings off now. He has to make it back now. Once again, the up B, the Wonder Wing has to come through. It does. One more Wonder Wing left, but
there
that's a
it is.
trumpet to the back. It does survive
Only one
actually.
wing
One at the eye, and he has to use it here.
Yep.
So no more Wonder Wing.
No
the
more
best
pressure.
tool in Banjo's arsenal, arguably, not here. Well, again here for Moltrich, but he still can make it work. There's some setups, there's some drag downs, there's the other stuff.
Here's
Going
something
for the
crazy.
up B.
Oh my
no, but he misses the ledge once again, and that is going to call it. That's going to be it. Robin G is taking the set 3-0 against Moltrich. The Banjo was not enough.
And he had to do something crazy. He surely did. He threw a nade at Peach, but this was only to his own demise. But man, still, what a run from Moltrich, man. Placing 5th
Yeah.
in the end, and you know, my boy was clean with it. He was still trying with the Banjo, but a little bit too late. Maybe finding the answers, but again,
Yeah,
Robin
and-
GG was just too good with
And
it.
even though there were many mistakes, like for Moltrich, he still brought it back very closely. Of course, Robin G SD the stock as well.
Yep.
But then, you know, he kind of was in a slump. You kind of saw it because all of these misinputs, you know, Wonder Wing towards the wrong side, all that stuff. You really felt like that Moltrich was in a mental slump right there. He was like, oh man, that's basically lost. But then Robin GG SD in the stock, you saw how he picked himself up, how he went for the plays, for the setups, the drag downs, you know, nair drag downs to the back air, all that good stuff. So I really like that how Moltrich, you know, fought himself back into a position where he could potentially take the game.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because Moltrich is a fighter. I mean, this is the experience that blends through, right? I mean, he manages over all those years to still be at such a level that he can consider himself, okay, I'm a threat. I might not win those games,
Yeah.
but I'm still a threat. I'm still force my opponents to think. And Robin GG certainly had to think about his own ways, but it's the sheer, you know, the motivation, in a way the ambition that Robin GG always had, that always pulls through. I mean, he was quick with his buttons, he was quick with his game plans, and he always saw the good game states. He saw something that Moltrich didn't really see, and this is why Robin GG was always one step ahead. And even though it was a good fight, Robin GG was a clear favorite here.
Yeah,
he
for
took
sure.
that 3-0 for a good reason.
And yeah, it was definitely like deserved, like of course. And I like how he mixed up his play as well. Especially what stood out to me is how often he used counter. Like that move usually considered not to be very good, right? The counter from Peach is like so a counter doesn't really scale with the knockback of the enemy move. It kind of has its own thing going on. But he's using that in those very specific situations, and most of the time it has been working out quite nicely.
Yeah, well, it makes sense, at least. Like, again, you mentioned it with Cloud before. Although the grab might not be too good, you can still look for those moments where you can make it good. And with Peach, it's the same thing, because you don't always have to respect what the opponent does, but whenever you do, it's like, okay, you're gonna throw out a move, I don't need to use the turnips, I can just counter it. And, you know, sometimes the went actions, those were kind of funny, because the counter
for sure.
is inconsistent by design, but when it works out, you know, it's a free kill, you can just take it, or even damage, and that's, you know, just go for it.
And
Okay,
go
let's
for it, he did.
Yo, go for it,
that
he
was
did.
that was very nicely done. As we are waiting on the players, guys, a huge shout outs to the T-Hole team behind the
Oh,
scenes.
definitely.
Like they have been working a lot, day and night. Actually, like I was arriving Friday night, so yesterday night, and it was quite late actually. I was arriving in Cologne at like 11 p.m.
Oh,
right?
okay, I mean-
so I was already late.
You did have quite a ride, you're coming from Bremen.
Yeah. So it took a while, right? So so I was super late, and then I was kind of riding with with CC about, you know, getting to the rooms and everything. He was
Okay.
like, oh yeah, we can do that, but we still have to work. And I'm like, what? You still have to work? He said, yeah, we have so much to do still. And if I remember correctly, like they have been working until like 3 a.m. and then just going to bed because
Yeah,
they
makes
had
sense.
to, and then they went back at like 6 a.m. to finish that. Incredible effort made here, not only for us, but for the rest of the FGC as well, which is lovely to see.
Yeah, and their tournament isn't even over yet. Like tomorrow, we're still gonna have 2 top 8s, both in Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 7, respectively. So I'm gonna be watching. You're gonna be watching. So
Oh, hell yeah.
I advise all of you to do so as well, because crossover, man, it is a thing to stay. Like this will not be the last one. It is not the last one. I mean, last year was a success in that way, and this year,
Exactly.
like. My goodness, like the names alone, the competition alone, the German competition, and my goodness, those storylines, they're building themselves up right now. And another storyline that we have, going back to Smash, is Robin GG against Tapsi with the rematch. This time we are going to be in losers finals, so Tapsi losing out on winner's side. He has to face, a player he would consider a win. Because Tapsi was very dominant in the game. But
I mean, the PR doesn't really show that, does it?
No, but I mean, Tapsi did win like a clean 3-1 against Robin GG, but
I mean, he did, yeah.
But now Robin GG is pushing himself through loser side to maybe know, okay, I would like to stay with the Peach, maybe going with the Palo. No, this time he knows exactly what to do. So maybe with the stage picks, with the correct stage picks, he might make it a close game and maybe even make it a win for himself. But Tapsi, man, I gotta be honest, even against Longway, even when he lost, he was just looking so good. So when
Yeah.
Robin finds the answer to all those mysteries, then it's gonna be a spicy one. But until then, it's gonna be hard, man.
Yeah, I wonder then, because as you said, like Tapsi today is looking incredibly clean, and especially against Robin GG, that was like a masterclass of conditioning and walling and all that good stuff. So we'll see how he gets himself around. Does he have, the answer to it after all the experience he's already collected? As you said, the Palutena wasn't the answer for sure. So as we get into this game here on PS2, a very, wide stage, like how do you pilot this now in your second attempt here on Peach?
Yep, and again, it is still a game won by heart. I mean, sure, you have the context from the last set, but to discard all of it might not be the play, as you can see right here, because now, okay, we got a good 15% from the side of Peach, but now on the right-hand side, Snake is always taking the control. Also, even on the left side as well. So now, yeah, Robin has to go for this combos, has to go for this damage, and he has to do so whenever the grenade is not around, because if that's the case, you're just gonna trade, and you do not want to trade against Snake.
And here we go, and as you said, the grenade wasn't around, and he got the down tilt into the fair. Nice little confirmer there, gets the damage, and doesn't really get interrupted by doing that, because it was indeed true. Because you would be sure that Tapsi is mashing B out of that one. So that is kind of your daily reminder what combos are true and what aren't, especially if you're playing against the Snake right here. But so far I feel like Robin GG is holding himself rather well here, especially considering the context from the last game. He is at 150, that's for sure, but he's working himself back actually. He's taken so much damage in the early seconds of this game, but he's slowly but surely now getting himself closer to Tapsi, but there's the down tilt on the platform. With the very unsafe smash tag on that shield, so that's going to be the punish. Actually, he gets out the Cypher.
Okay.
Once again, good tag from Tapsi staying alive.
I guess he has the control now. Wow. Okay, expecting maybe in head dodge, expecting something outlandish here from Tapsi, but Tapsi staying calm, not really panicking at all, and now this is a punish.
Speaking of outlandish, that was a very risky approach there with the up B. I mean, at this point, he could potentially take it. He didn't really take much damage, but he did right then after with that nice little confirm. I think it was 2 nades in an area right there from Tapsi. That's some massive damage.
Yes, sir. Okay, still managing to
Still
recover,
not
still
killing,
holding the
that's
stock.
insane.
Yep. And now the nades are always going to be up. They're going to be up permanent. Okay, he can still recover here.
Yeah, I thought he would be too low, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, now it's going to be a very awkward because Tapsi has all the space to his back, but he also had a grenade in his hand, so this is why the dash tag is going to kill. But now looking at the percent, Tapsi yet again being in his comfort zone. The game plan he built himself up is just running perfectly right now.
Yeah, and that far-reaching leg swipe in the down tilt is doing mileage for Tapsi at the moment. That up tilt, of course, as well, finishing the stock. But I feel like those down tilt placements have been immaculate. I've been getting him so much like combo starters, like just spacing, actually getting kills as well, of course, if we remember the first stock here being taken from Robin GG. So he's now once again in, on the back foot. He has to find a way, and it's not easy to do that against Tapsi, looking at what has currently been happening. Not even looking at the last set anymore. We're just looking at what has currently been happening. And Tapsi, even though Robin GG had some good moments, he's just been controlling this game.
Controlling indeed. Now again, the C4 is up, and he can always just revert back to the right hand side of the stage or to the left. And okay, let's see. Go for a punish here. Robin GG now waiting, again counting the grenades, but there's always a certain mix to that. And this time the up smash is certainly there, kind of hitting himself with the grenades, but now finally, maybe a sigh of relief, maybe finally getting the punish here. Wonderful,
I like
Abhi.
that.
Nice.
I like
Good
that.
weight.
I love it. Like I saw it come. I was like, is he really going to do it? Like the float. I think Tapsi had the same thought process. Is he really going to commit to the up B? I'm gonna test it out actually because I have a stock to play, but he just kind of fell from the Cypher. Right? There wasn't really anything there, and he went for the up B and he got the stock. But Tapsi, of course, still here in a massive advantage, 94% with the forward air coming through as well. And up till actually, they could have taken it if he landed it. Actually, that's such a strong attack. And now there's Robin GG potentially with a little bit of a corner carry combo, but he was so close to the corner already that there wasn't much carrying to be done.
Nice. And okay, now Tapsi again looking how to maybe end the stock. Again, the grenade is out, but he can always only throw out one nade because the timing is not
That
in
is
favor.
insane!
Wow!
Robin GG, you absolute madman going for that. That is, oh my goodness. I mean, he showed that how it worked already, right? Because he's showed in the second one, but that was like, Tapsi was like, okay, he said maybe just a rogue option, maybe because he's desperate or something, but he got it work.
Yeah, and this is the interesting part about it, because why did the situation happen in the first place? Tapsi noticed, okay, I only have time to throw out one grenade, because Robin GG was always in near sight. He was always in range to either grab or dash tech me. So now he jumped, Robin jumps as well, he goes for the up B, he goes to go high, but he does not want to give up pressure because his percent is low, Robin GG is high. Going low, Robin GG was still there with the float, and with all of this, he created himself a situation where he could actually take lethal on Tapsi and just win out the game, straight up.
Exactly, and so much base knockback on the Parasol just made it possible right there for Robin GG. So I love that idea, and now this has kind of been becoming part of the layer, right? So we'll see how that works out now for Robin GG. Is he going to continue to go for this kind of option, or is he going to now refrain and maybe catch an air dodge that Tapsi is now committing because he's afraid of that up B?
I mean, there's not really too much of a layer there because this is game ender in nature, right? Because Tapsi instead would want to stay a bit more humble when it comes to going to the verticality, right? Because he does not want to burn his resources up close. He instead wants to throw out not only one nade, but maybe two if he can, seeing two as a win. But now Robin is much more aware when it comes to close quarters. Because again, Tapsi has the time, does not use it, goes out for one nade, can recover, wants to go for an up air, finds the up air, and now Robin has to land. And now this time, whenever he has two nades, he's much more dangerous. And those two nades are Tapsi's win conditions. So for Robin GG, he has to play around those. He has to pressure Tapsi so much that he can only take out one nade at max.
Yeah, he's doing that right now, actually, using this Thor armor actually to get rid of that one grenade as well. So playing around that right now, but the question is that already too late? Because Tapsi, he's getting the damage, especially with the C4 right now, placing it in a very opportune position right there, because he knew that Robin GG was trying to hold him in the corner, but that's not really possible. Now the backer coming through.
Wow,
Actually,
okay,
I was atrocious.
Okay, he died late from there. What?
All right, now, but Robin GG stuck in the corner. Potential off-stage situation, especially with Nikita coming through, actually releasing that Nikita just in time because it was disabled, but if we release it then after, the hitbox comes back, nice grab to let the down smash come, the up smash, coming down, and the C4 on the platform just covering every single option, every single centimeter that Robin GG could go to, but he does have the Stitch Face, and
he was the ship back. Okay, what is he cooking? What is he cooking?
Let's see.
Okay, yeah, classic.
Sticky.
We're gonna start it like this. Okay, double nades. Okay, he wanted to go for the footstool, reset, and then the C4 Slender. He could actually find lethal from that, so yeah, props to Tapsi for trying it out, but all of a sudden things are not moving like they want to. But it's okay, because he can still find damage in other ways, and now Robin finds himself in the exact same problem he was before.
Oh my lord,
and
that parry was so good.
It's a huge problem.
Yeah, and even though he kind of missed that punish, he still was in such a massive advantage that there was really nothing to be done here for Robin GG, and Tapsi with the parry on top, just making it work, getting all that advantage that he needs to let that up tilt rip.
Yep. And again, now you see the difference in how the respective games ended. For Robin, it was a swing. It was something outlandish. It was something different. Something he had to create over so many courses, over so many layers. But for Tapsi, it was clean on paper.
All right, so clean on paper and clean in practice. That is the question, because so far, Tapsi has been a wonderful example how to set up or how to get your practice into your theory into practice. My goodness. Yeah. He's confusing me as well.
He's confusing everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, he's moving
first and foremost, Robin GG has been really struggling to get around. I mean, the strategy is quite clear, right? Get him to only draw one grenade. As soon as that works out, as soon as that's happening, Robin GG has a chance, and he's showing it right then.
Yep, and he has a chance to aggress. And the thing is, how does he want to aggress? Because Tapsi also noticing that. He knows how he goes for dash attacks, how he goes for grabs. So Tapsi can Maiko maybe even shimmy in a way, right? So even in Smash this is possible. But here, Robin GG is moving a bit faster. This was a whiff punish in the most common sense, but this time, okay, Tapsi is a bit forcing, a bit over-forcing, I would say. Robin takes a lot of value here, takes a lot of damage. He cannot go for it again because, Snake is a bit far away.
Once again, threatening with the Parasol as well. Tapsi kind of committing to that air dodge there right then after the Cypher. But Robin GG not really punishing it at the very moment. But maybe keeping it in mind for the future. But the C4 are gonna be exploding on towards Peach's head, launching her upwards. And there's the shield being held, but Tapsi just quicker on the trigger right here with the forward tilt. Good tech for Robin GG to stay alive. That was, of course, important. No invincibility though. That's a re-grab coming through, and now all those projectiles being stuck in the corner. It's a very dangerous thing here for Robin GG. Up smash comes. Oh, what a dodge, by the way, on that grenade. What a reaction on that one.
He was smelling it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
He's still stuck. He is still stuck. He's still off stage. Nikita coming through, and that's going to kill. The Nikita being out a long time here is going to increase, of course, the strength of it. And now we're having to recover low. The Cypher, though, through the stage is going to help Tapsi. And now look at that damage coming through. The conversions here. Nade coming through as well, but the Nade just a little bit too late. Shield very small here for Tapsi. Can't really be hit by anything. Has to keep that shield away for a little bit of a second. Going high, buying time, and now he's safe once again.
Yep, and Tapsi now checking on his own desperation. He does not want to be too quick on the trigger. It is fine. He still has the stock. He might lose it in any matter of second, but still, he has to stay true. Maybe find the trade, but okay, Robin GG still lives, but man, this was a lot of damage. 106% already, and now the combo is no nades. Nothing to cancel it out.
And that's very important. He got 45 off it. I like the eye mix up there from Tapsi as well to get out of that one.
Good.
That was just the eyeing behind him, so he really couldn't corner carry right there. And so he's actually being still kind of healthy here against Robin GG, but he's actually bringing this one back here. 70% and 111. He's really not been taking any damage lately, interrupting that nade pull as well. He's being in his face. The forward coming through now off stage. He has to go high. The turnip is there, interrupting him, but the Parasol just barely too late. Interrupting, but that far-reaching down tilt, he can always just hit that. And now the Nikita once again. Yeah, nice timing there on the neutral get up as well, getting around it.
Nice spacing too from Tapsi. It's immaculate.
And he's just waiting it out right now. Once again off stage, Nikita once again coming through, positioning perfectly. The Parasol's going to take out the hitbox though. Down tilt's not going to kill, it's not on the platform. But he's blowing himself up. Once again? How many times have we seen Tapsi blow himself up now? Like four times?
No, nobody expected it. I mean, I'm going to do something surprising even to Robin.
As well. Oh my goodness, 34 from that one. Kind of throws it on a distance there as well, trying to get as much damage before he loses his stock, because at that point the stage would have been lost anyway. So he just takes the 34.
Oh, wrong turn, okay. Robin now again,
as well.
Finding for a reset. Only time for one nade. No nade at all. Okay, Robin can chase it.
Wait.
What? That didn't hit? Okay.
He actually almost blew himself up again with the C4 on that platform.
Up smash is so hard to hit on this platform, especially on PS2. Okay, this still looks winnable. I mean, Robin knows how to find his way in. 2 nades. Has to wait it out.
Man, I love that patience right now from Robin GG. He knows that, at this point, even if he would approach, he would have get out those 2 grenades in time. But if he just waits for an opportune moment here, because Tapsi is the one who has to approach now, and he can't really do that with grenades, really. Then Nikita coming through as well. That is potential here, but the C4 being set up in advance is going to make sure that that setup is safe for Tapsi. Man, now he's getting in with the grab. Nice mix up on that one. The empty land to the grab right here to get himself advanced. He's not picking himself up to that. That's not good. That is going to kill, actually. The DI, once again, not quite being on point. And Robin GG on the board here.
Robin GG is still in and, looking for the revenge. I mean, this is still not confined. There's only one can advance. You only need 1 set to win. And Robin GG now being on match point of all things. Ooh, this is weird for Tapsi, because for Tapsi, his plan is working out. But all of a sudden, he stops using the double nades. All of a sudden, he's respecting Robin GG. And this is all because Robin GG was down to, trade even in this losing games. Down to say, no, I'm going to get in. Even if I lose this game, it is all part of the conditioning process. And lo and behold, Tapsi's respecting it.
Yeah, and even though Tapsi has been respected, like Robin GG has been clawing out that victory really out of thin air, it almost feels like. But there is, of course, a really strategic reason behind it. We've kind of been going over it with the nades and all that good stuff. And it is a timing issue most of the time, and how much time he gives Tapsi to set up before he approaches.
Yeah, so now the thing is, Tapsi always had a set timing when it comes to pulling out the nades, right? Either you're gonna pull out 1 nade, and then, like, half a second, he's not pulling out the second one, he's never gonna pull out the second one. So now Robin always, thinking about this one as well. But if he pulls out 2 nades, then Tapsi has a certain timing for that. He's gonna pull out one, and immediately he's gonna pull out a different one. So if Tapsi can mix up this timing, mix up his nade dropping, then it's gonna be hard for OGG. It's gonna be very hard. But up until then, I think Robin just solved the matchup in game 2.
Well, we'll see if that, if the solution is the right one, or if Tapsi can change the equation to actually make this one work here for himself, because he has to right now. So RobenGG are being up 2-1 here. He is on match point.
Yep, because now Tapsi gonna plant the C4 there, because he's gonna wait for RobenGG to maybe find a way to get him off stage, maybe find a reversal, and then gonna keep him guessing. This C4 is not gonna get exploded in the time he hits. Instead, he's gonna just...
He's just going to use it as a safety net, right?
Exactly, a safety net, a shield in a way.
Basically, yeah. I mean, you're not going to really want to approach that, but now it's stuck on the other side of the stage, so that's really not an option for Tapsi right now. Turnip kind of giving another Cypher.
There's
once again the Parasol, kind of out of option there, Tapsi, and RobenGG making it work right now, looking really good. And as you said, he kind of looks like he solved the thing.
Now the C4 again, and just float above the C4, but not make it too obvious. RobenGG reacting to the trajectory of the Nikita, and now Tapsi, again, he's looking how to find a hit, and Robin, he's a bit more nimble now compared to the game
really
in
feels like it, doesn't it? Yeah. He's really playing around, like the spacing is getting better and better, and it's RobenGG is doing immaculate work at the moment.
Nice.
He gets the setup now, and that is dangerous stuff.
Yep.
The eye once again is the mix, and once again it's going to be the 45%, but that is huge for RobenGG. He's still at a kind of a healthy percent at the moment, as Tapsi on the other side is blowing himself up with those nades, and he's just taking his time now. Once again, it's the same kind of dynamic that we've seen in the last game, and Tapsi is not really intent on changing it right now, so RobenGG is just going to play his game.
Yep. And now again, instead of going for the nades, he's just gonna rush him down instead. And Robin, he kind of notices something. He knows, okay, Tapsi, he really wants to get my stock out of here.
Oh my god.
And this he can use to his own advantage. And now Tapsi, he's gonna... he's not
no
gonna get it.
Parasol.
Okay.
I thought he would go for the Parasol right there, but he's taking the safe damage.
Yeah, it was risky. There's always the option of air dodging, and he does not want to give up the stock easily. But so far, he's living again and again. Ooh, the
down
turnip
smash
setup,
late.
nice.
He's got the last kill, the final kill of the last game from that one, but he was a little bit late on that one. Oh, the dash deck coming through, that is good here for Tapsi. They are positioning the Nikita once again, but of course the Parasol can just kind of take out the hitbox of that one, but the regress is going to make sure that that up smash is going to connect. So Tapsi getting that stock, but down quite a bit here, and even Snake's not going to live that long on 128.
And now this time no SDs. I mean, if there's a game to not SD, then this is certainly this one. But
that would be heartbreaking right now for RobenGG.
I mean, Tapsi said roughly 130. This counter is not going to kill yet, but my goodness, what isn't going to kill now?
Yeah, that is the question. Parasol, no, actually going for the up. There's a little bit of a frame trap going on as well. Coming through with the Nair, and now Tapsi, he has to air dodge, but once again, the down smash is late. I think the positioning on that one, I think there's still something in the works for RobenGG, but at this point, anything will kill. Nair will kill at this point. Fair will kill, of course. Back air, everything. Parasol maybe even out of shield at this point, who knows? But he has to connect it first, and Tapsi, he's kind of playing ring around the rosy right now.
Yeah, Tapsi is kind of pokering on the desperation.
Oh no, he turned it around.
Maybe expecting a roll here from Tapsi, but yeah, Tapsi now notices, okay, RobenGG is a bit too quick on the trigger. Maybe he can get a bit more damage. Maybe he can even get a stock here, but no.
Is it frustration maybe?
Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Oh, but instead it is Hobel. Yeah. What? I mean, I don't know how he does this, but he's always dying so late. I think it was a nade this time.
Yeah,
but
could be.
Okay, maybe not.
Okay, but Nikita now once again coming through. Nice float back to the stage. That is important. Because RobenGG, he has to take that stock now. He has to get some damage. He doesn't want to let Tapsi get it back because you saw the frustration settling in just a little bit. So he can't let that get hold because then we're having real problems with RobenGG.
Wait,
but he's getting the grab. Of course, using the armor there through the nade as well. One nade is not an issue for RobenGG. So he's playing around it once again and he got the damage.
Okay, now again, keeping Tapsi at bay. The C4 is there as a shield.
What a trade here for RobenGG.
It was such a good trade. I couldn't really go to the C4, and the C4 actually exploded now in the midst of all the madness. The grenade actually saved Peach, and yeah, sometimes it is so hard to follow what's going to happen. But, RobenGG has the oversight from that, and he has the far side even predicting. No, not really. Okay, yeah, I really thought there's going to be the roll. I mean, if there's going to be one, it's certainly going to be in this way.
That was like such a panic roll spot for Tapsi, but he kept his cool, and
he
didn't roll in because he was like RobenGG, he was anticipating that so hard. Wiggling the shields just a little bit there. A little bit of a nod, maybe, towards Tapsi, because he's like, I got you now. But the question is, does he actually get him? Because the C4 on the other side, now the damage is climbing.
He's setting up, yep. The damage is raking up, slowly but surely.
Another turnip here in Robin G's hands. Oh, that's a dangerous confirm, and that's how quickly this one can turn. Robin G, he was so close to victory in this set, actually getting revenge on him, but that's C4 being dropped, and Robin G, he has to do it again. He still has to work for it. It is game 5 coming up between the two.
Oh, and what an immense comeback from Tapsi as well. Like, even Robin was so far ahead, but Tapsi notices something is strange, because Robin, he was pushing it a bit too naive for him sometimes. And Robin, he was doing the right thing, sure. He was reacting on what Tapsi showed, but all of a sudden Tapsi he just stopped moving. He was just standing around, waiting until Robin G is going to be in his own shield and his own net, in a way, with the C4. And this exact thing happened.
In his zone, basically.
Yeah, in his zone. And all of a sudden, Peach was always in range to not really get grabbed, but instead getting back-aired, getting naded, getting maybe even neutral-aired. And Tapsi's options, all of a sudden, they opened up. And then, when he got the even spot, when he noticed, okay, I'm actually ahead right now, Peach has to land. This is the moment where Tapsi woke up. This is the moment where Tapsi knew, okay, I'm not going to lose this game. I'm going to go to game 5, and I'm going to go for the decider to see who's going to face off against Longo in grand finals.
Yeah, and I feel like, especially at the end there, Robin G had such a patient way to deal with all those projectiles, but at some point they just started to hit, and then from that point it just escalated so quickly that Robin GG lost all his advantage that he had, all his lead that he had, and gave up that 4th game. So now we are in the 5th one, and he's elected to go to PS2, which I don't think I agree much, but we'll see.
I think it's fine, especially when you account in how Tapsi plays around his nades, because compared to game 1 or like game 2, he has much more intel right now of Tapsi, and if Tapsi finds a hit, if Tapsi finds crucial hits, or even down for 4 tilts, then he's gonna live much longer. But going back to the point, again, it is ironic how both Tapsi and Robin GG won in a matter where they shouldn't. You know, getting that comeback, getting that stray hit with the with the umbrella before, with the parasol, or with Tapsi and his comeback. So now, everything's certain now. We know what to do. Robin GG knows what to do. Robin GG knows how to chase. Not really getting the damage.
Actually, not getting the setup. And there's a nicely placed up smash, getting himself right into that with that side B. And there's once again, like those hits from the down smash are really not it at the moment. Can recover right here, 105% on the Snake. So he really has to do some more work, especially on stage. Off stage, there's maybe some hope, but at this point, he still has to find his way in, and he's already taken 50.
Oh, and Tapsi's playing now again. Game plan folding off. Oh wow, wonderful break here.
Sitch. He kind of throws it already. I think I was a little bit ill-advised because he was already kind of at the ledge, so the invincibility was already there. Kind of going through the grenade right now with the forwarder, but both players getting blown up. Low recovery, gets the tech once again. Tapsi is always ready for that.
He needs to be at like 170, 180 for the backer to be untackable in that way. Also, this is a bit stale, but okay, Tapsi. Now again, single nade. Looking how to play, C4, not really blowing up where he wanted it to be, but it's fine. Robin GG is now pushing up.
No, it's the wrong direction.
How?
It's the wrong direction.
I never saw
Oh my god, that is so incredibly sad.
I actually never saw that happen. It is tragic, but okay, surely back throw.
Nope.
Not yet.
Not from center stage, you don't.
He's quite heavy.
And now Snake here once again, he's actually getting hold of the turnip as well. Dangerous stuff here, and he's setting up shop under the left side platform. And now Robin G has to find another way in, and he does it. What a serve! What a serve into the up smash right there. 197 on the Snake. That 4th throw will not kill. It will kill. Well, never mind.
Okay, but this might be the worst case scenario for Robin GG. 2 fresh stocks, and you yourself only have 1. So if Robin GG wins this, he's gonna win against Longo. No doubt. like he has to be insane right now.
Fair enough, actually. But for now, for Tapsi, the gameplay is very simply camp, and then if he gets close, trade. That's all he has to do.
Well, gotta put it in action as well. And now Tapsi, again, offering him some space, but not too much. C4 is dangerous right now. Can free cross though with Peach's abilities.
Got around it. And now he's setting up there with the down tilt, getting the forward as well. Now the forward to follow up, and now up B is going to be a potential thing. But actually, Tapsi coming down aggressively, and that is very smart because Robin G was definitely thinking about that air dodge that might have been coming through because, of course, a parasol is a thing. So it is kind of rock, paper, scissors kind of deal right now. And now offstage going once again. There's the high recovery. The air dodge this time is going to come through. So Robin G once again falling for the mix-up. And there's Nikita straight into the face, still working though. But there it is coming, and it is, and that's nobody's going to survive that at any point, anywhere, and that's going to be Tapsi clutching it out in this set, taking it 3-2 and moving on to losers finals.
Ooh, and you can already tell how Game 4 was such a deal breaker in a way, right?
Yeah.
Because RobenGG was, I mean, he was still playing so good, but in Game 5, everything just fell apart. I mean, there's also stamina that comes into play. Tapsi also being, like the guy he is, just thinking about how to make it as safe as possible. Again, going for the 1 nades, going for the 2 nades, going for the C4s. The stage was all in his favor, and RobenGG just couldn't break through it. Although the Game 5, it looked better, it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, and it kind of feels like he had it figured out, right, in the fourth game. It really looked so good for RobenGG, and then somehow, through some unfortunate circumstances, it got clawed back by Tapsi. Like those confirms, the nade into another nade, and then into an aerial to close it out. Like that has to be heartbreaking in a way, because you thought, like, I was basically there, and now I have to do it all over again. All that brain matter that went into this, all the endurance that I had to bring up to get around all of this.
Yep.
Like, you have to be so sharp to play against a Snake on that level, and at some point that energy is going to run out.
Yeah, and same in Game 2, honestly, although it was on a different side, because this is where Robin won the game, where Tapsi was like, okay, everything worked out, and then boom, Parasol, just everything out. But Tapsi was keeping himself calm. It's like, okay, that's a huge bummer, I lost this, but I'm still playing to win and not to lose.
Exactly, yeah.
And I think Robin did the same thing. Robin still played to win. I mean, he was still, like the inputs were there. I mean, the combos were just hard to pull off, because, there's always like, does he have a grenade? Does he not have grenade? And this is where Snake becomes just a threat to play against and break it. And then all of a sudden you have Tapsi with, who is one of the best Snakes or like the best Snake that we have in Germany, and one of the best in Europe, definitely.
For sure. And at that point, it just kind of became a game of millimeters, right? Because if you connect a fair without triggering the grenade, you're looking golden if you're RobenGG.
Yeah.
But that is really a matter of like pixels at that point. Like, if you hit it good, but most of the time it's going to be that nade exploding in your face.
Exactly. Now let's see how Longo is going to fare with that, because Longo was looking very, very solid in winners finals of things, but now we're heading to grand finals, the possible last set of the whole tournament. Is Tapsi going to be the one?
Is it grand finals already?
It is grand finals already.
I've been lying to you guys. I apologize.
No, it's all good. This was losers finals before, RobenGG with the 3rd place, and now Tapsi. Can he bring it out? Can he bring off the upset against Longo? Did he have time to even think of a game plan to outplay Longo? Because yes, it was looking good, but Longo always one step ahead, and Tapsi needs to take that one big step, needs to take even 2 sets, maybe even 3, to not only find 1 set win, but 2 in a row. Ooh, can he do it or not? That's going to be the question.
I mean, in the end, it's going to be 3 if he finds a win, right? Well, it's not going to be 3 wins, but it's going to be 3 sets between the two.
Yeah, at the bare minimum.
At the bare minimum. But
Nice.
we'll see. We're getting into it. Guys, grand finals here between Tapsi and Longo. Rob versus Snake. And
Let's
once
get it.
again, we're going to have a
Let's
little
go.
bit of a projectile war, looking like Star Wars a little bit maybe at some point with the lasers and the explosions. We'll see how that works out between the Roboter and the man trying to fight against it. Kind of reminds you of the Snake games too, doesn't it?
Maybe. I mean, we got Rob as well. Like, we got the gyro, we got the lasers, but we need to find that one weak spot if he really is the Death Star. But until then, Tapsi has to keep looking.
Dude, that weak spot right now is at 110%. That is already on Longo stock. But now there's the gyro combos coming through for some good damage, but not quite the finisher. He was a little bit too far to the right to really get that finisher with the side B.
Nice.
But once again, the pickup with the up tilt. And that's going to be the first stock and the first blood in this grand finals for Tapsi.
Yep, good start here. Does Longo have the answer, though? Does Longo have another aggression to Tapsi's aggression? And okay, he might even look for it. He might even look to cook.
And
he got the
that's
C4
the
stick.
All right, he's going to just let it rip for some damage. Longo actually not reacting to that at all. Maybe thinking that Tapsi would himself wait out the air dodge,
there
right?
might be a forward, there might be something insane, so
everything,
rather take the
basically.
damage safely and just wait to see what's going to happen. The laser is still fully stacked.
Laser, but not yet fully stacked anymore because he let it rip, and also it's only that, and there's another up tilt.
Tapsi?
Longo has been jumping a lot, and Tapsi is calling it out so well.
I mean, Longo, actually, he's utilizing his winner side, right? He's utilizing how he can test out Tapsi, how he can see, okay, how awake is he really? Is he really ready for me? And
That
now
sounds like massive copium, actually.
It sounds, I don't know, it might be massive copium, but I believe in my boy, because now game 1 is certainly looking horrible here.
Yeah.
But Longo, there's a reason why he was waiting on winner side. There's a reason why he can use intel, how he can gather intel. And this is what I mean with utilizing winner side. He can drop 1 game because all he needs to do is win 3 games.
And, at this point, if you're losing already, you might as well just collect information,
Exactly.
So he's going to try to use that because that game is gone with a Fortress 3 stock for Tapsi. And I feel it feels like that Longo has kind of resigned with that already, just using it to further his game plan in the games to come.
Yeah, I mean, he was looking, he's like, okay, he's gonna do this, I need to throw this, I need to sacrifice this, and then, okay, too many sacrifices. Now, he needs to know, he does actually know what to do with that info.
Yeah, if he sacrifices more, there's not going to be anything left at this point. So he's
Yeah.
going to pick it up at some point, and that point has to be now, it feels like.
Yeah,
he
but-
doesn't want to get Tupsi to match point, really.
Exactly, but now he knows where to pick things up. However, you know, a 3-stock as a game start certainly is a statement, and, you know,
Oh, yeah.
Tupsi, he is here on a personal level. Oh my god, the forward
Really
too, the
just
roll.
goes in, you know, with that big leg right there, getting it done as well. Good damage, of course, but it's kind of like more of a statement than anything.
Okay, wonderful dash tech, using this in anti-air. I mean, I guess Tupsi
Speaking
does
of
substance.
anti-airs, my goodness, that up tilt once again, it's insane actually how good that works. Forward air coming through, but it kind of feels like negative even here as Tupsi already gets the punish after that one. Now
Yeah,
Nate's
it was
here.
low percent, too.
Yeah, on the platform there. Up smash is coming through, and Longo somehow miraculously finds his way around. But is still stuck in the second corner, Nikita. Oh my goodness, he drops the shield just in time. Slowing it down maybe with turning it just a bit. Second one falling here as well. C4 actually almost positioning perfectly, but Longo just barely away from it.
Yep, C4 in center, you know, keeping it defensive, forcing Rob, or at least Longo, to approach in a way he does really not want. Okay, Gyro. Oh, cancelling out.
What a grab here as well. What a pickup. Forward tilts coming through, but not quite killing, of course. Rob
Nice laser.
waking that just barely. And there's the forward air coming through. Maybe a little bit of a freeing hit, but it isn't really. Because
Ooh,
Tupsi is still
okay.
6-2 forward tilts. Not going to kill it. 188, but the Nikita once again threatening. Oh my goodness, he's still
Ooh,
chasing. It's still
okay.
going. But it's actually
He's
going to be
still fine.
exited by Tupsi. Electing to go for a little bit of a more traditional setup there on the ledge. Still, the forward tilt not killing. 201%. And Longo, if he keeps this up, he can still actually get something from this.
I mean, he still has the 3 stocks, he still has a value. Mentioned it before, the laser gone now, down there, might even kill, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
will certainly kill. Okay, but still, 94% Snake, can still push it out. Ooh, Tupsi is gonna get stage. Oh, he's gonna get damage as well, and stage presence. Oh my god, game state is actually good for the Snake player. But
It is
now,
for sure. But
Longo still
he
looking.
has been playing decently actually. He's been brought it back to like at least decently close, margins here between the Snake because he was down so far, but he's kept his stock alive for so long that he's now 122. But the up smash interrupted by a nade. So unfortunate here for Longo.
Yeah, that's a bummer. I mean, he can look for it another time, you know. What works out once can work out twice.
That laser actually could have killed here. Now the gyro is coming through as well, sending Tupsi very far stage. He has to air dodge, but no punish from Longo. There was only one way for Tupsi to recover. No punish on that one, but of course the back air is going to be there in the center of the stage to actually get the kill. So Longo, what can you do now with that situation? Already playing a little bit more smarter, I feel like,
Nice,
around that
was
grenade.
good. Such a good empty ops. Okay, you know, double parry, because why not?
Might as well at this point.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, well,
I can swear that Nikita was inside for a sec, but that's
It
okay.
was,
it
it
doesn't
was.
matter. But this time, Tupsi, you know, taking the stock, you know, again, such a clean lead, and maybe even, you know, putting up a name for himself, going up against Longo up 2-0 if things go accordingly. But now the gyro is horrible situation.
Could have been extremely dangerous here for Tupsi, but once again, those nades, like Rob kind of setting himself up basically on those nades with those up tilts to really accomplish anything here for Tupsi on that platform. Now chasing him all the way across. High recovery once again. Longo, he's caught those before. We've seen the end of the last set between those two. Longo was there very high up to punish that Cypher, but at this point it is Tupsi controlling everything.
Definitely. Okay. Oh my god, he was waiting out, but Tupsi was just preemptive again about it. Wonderful backer here on this.
This is not
case.
yet lost.
Well, not yet lost. 112%, but Tupsi, we know what he can do, especially when he has stage.
But wait, we know Rob can be a very explosive character if he wants to, especially with those gyro combos, but I mean, he doesn't really have them in the gyro in hand right now, so he can't really perform those. But at this point, maybe he can actually throws it, trying to get that safe damage, and 63 already being added up here on the Snake, and with the rage coming through for Rob as well. Potential danger here, gets
He
the
can
up
take
here,
it,
but the last hit actually still the armor enough here. Up tilt still missed. Is another one going to commit it? It is indeed, but no punish here from Longo, or possible, of course.
He's looking for that up tilt. He's looking for like any tilts even.
Yeah,
Okay,
at this point, I
Tupsi.
think down tilt could be a good solution here for Tupsi as well. But Longo slowly but surely getting some good damage here on Tupsi as well. The laser's not quite there yet to be fired. Might be now, but once again, the nade coming through. The up smash, the up tilt, everything going up at the moment, but not really for Longo because he still has to do so much work, 101%. The back airs could
okay.
potentially be it, but so much handling on that one. And Tupsi closes it out in the end, but Longo was clawing himself back there.
Yeah, he was stuffing up the up tilt even. Because in the end, yes, it worked out, but Tupsi couldn't really up tilt because down tilt was there, because gyro was there. There was always something in the way. So Tupsi, you know, it was a struggle, but in the end, he finally found the kill. But what what came after that point, or what came before that point, to say it that way, because I feel like Longo was forcing a bit too much. Like Longo was playing with gyro, but he was firing his laser in a way that wasn't really conditional. Like Tapsi could just accept it. It's like, okay, just fire it out, it's fine. Because Tapsi's game plan, it isn't broken yet. It can keep working because he's.
I was about to say, it kind of feels like it has been the same the whole set so far.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Never change the running system.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, why would you ever mix something up if you don't need to, because it's been working so far? But actually, I feel like slowly but surely Longo is kind of seeing through it, because the last few moments of that last game really have been looking kind of more in Longo's favor, and we see it here once again with the gyro coming through as well. 90% here, good damage on the Snake. Only 69 here on the on the Rob, but actually getting some more damage right here, finding his way to center, but good reaction from Tapsi on that one.
Okay. Nate is out. I mean, even the crowd is gasping. Like the in-game crowd, the Nate. Oh, the Nate.
Actually, kind of flew past quite quickly with that.
It did. It was quite a good toss.
Maybe the crowd was more amazed by the speed of the Nate than anything. And there is the spike I was talking about in the first. Actually, I was kind of mentioning it. Is like usually that's such a safe thing, but low recoveries really haven't been a thing for Tapsi, especially against Longo here.
Yeah, but the moment he did go for it, C4 became a non-factor. He couldn't really press C4 without, unaliving himself. But now this time, he couldn't. Rob could find the punish. Longo could definitely find the punish. Okay, nice.
That was very close.
I mean, he can go for a low stock here.
At this point, I mean, Longo's looking way better now. Okay, coming through with the gyro as well. Good in covering those rolls. Getting some more damage. The empty hops are clean right now, and the spacing around the nade as well, just barely over it. And the damage is coming through now for Longo. Nice crouch though, like below that forward tilt here, getting the down tilt as well. There's the up smash though, but Longo, the mix-ups are clean at the moment.
And Longo now utilizing a bit more moves here. Oh, wow,
look how
that nair was insane. That nair was insane. Oh my god. It opened up so much here now, down tilt on the shield. Okay, C4, dodging it nice. And now Longo, he has his momentum up. So
he's feeling himself right now for sure,
So he's gonna use all of the stock he has. Okay, nice. And now he has a fresh one, so he can even go in without needing to fear the stock loss.
That gyro has been pummeled by Nate so much that it actually flew up high up and then came back down to hit Tapsi in the head. Shenanigans for sure. Let's see if those shenanigans are working out for Longo at the moment, because Tapsi is kind of eating it right now, but there's Longo taking the nade as well. Down tilt for a setup. It actually just takes time to pull out another nade, just pull out that safety net. But it's not really working out because it is Longo holding that shield, getting the nade explosion to get a little bit of a setup. But Tapsi just running at him, coming through with the dive roll as well. 109% though. Now the lead only because Longo has lost the stock, and that is dangerous stuff now. Because Tapsi, he's playing insane right now. Like those back hits from those down tilts are ridiculous. Back air coming through from Longo now though. Off stage dangerous position by the air dodges once again. Trying to get it down there though as well. No spike on that one for sure, but still good damage and attack situation potentially, but nothing connecting at the moment. 71% on stage, 158 off stage. He has to go incredibly low, and there is no recovering from that. Even if you were to blow yourself up, you would die. So it is going to be Longo getting himself on the board. 2-1 though. He still has a lot of work to do.
Nice indeed. Following the logic, you blow yourself up, yes, you indeed die.
See?
This is how it should be. But
it does make sense.
It does make sense, and Longo, especially that first stock he held for so long. Like there was just no way for Tapsi to get around with it. And now for Longo it's like, okay, for a blink of a moment, I saw what to do in this matchup. I saw what to do against Tapsi. And now he has to utilize it as well, just without being on Ultra Instinct mode, right? Because you can only do so for some seconds, for 1 minute
of time, for sure,
Yeah, unless he just, does give a damage, just does it again. But as things start out, he's taking a slower approach to this one.
And there's something to be said about, mindful aggression and just mindless running in. Because, of course, Longo has been getting up that aggression at the end of the game. But if you just do it now without, just trying to do it, and Tapsi, he's going to adapt and he's going to pull out those nades and he's going to punish you for it.
Yeah, definitely.
So Longo has to, once again, kind of reset his game plan and build it anew, it almost feels like.
Okay, just, weaving around, trying to find a neutral air, trying to find the stray gyro hits. But yeah, with those stray hits...
Oh wait, that was a point like laser set up into the up tilt, up air coming as well. The eye correct at this point, back air, and that air, Tapsi side coming, of course. There's a lot of startup on that move, but Tapsi reacting in time. A little bit scary though still. Nice empty hop there, trying to force an option, but even Longo being very, very patient at the moment. And actually getting around that nade as well. Off stage now, dangerous stuff, waiting out the air dodge this time. Once again, stalling a little bit with that down. You get a little bit of an aerial boost here. Both players just eating so much damage. It's really going to be that first hit, that first strong hit that's going to really feels like condition the game, like see how it really works out in the end. The gyro and head actually getting caught by the forward air from Longo as well. Both players are such an incredibly high percent, and they're kind of working it slowly, really, with those grenades and the gyro now coming through as well. Both players really don't want to give up that lead, because if you do, you're in a very bad position, and there is a nice mix-up on the timing with that back air. Longo takes the lead. Can he keep it, though?
In such a chaotic way as well. I mean, Longo being the one who's, keeping a calm head as well, but yeah, no room to breathe. He's immediately going in, okay? But this is important because Long can find so many crucial options out of it. I mean, remember, he just won only one game, while Tapsi is about to maybe even, take a reset.
Exactly. 224 now after that dash attack. That was only the weak hit as well. Nikita is going to finish the job. A little bit of end lag after the gyro there, so it's going to be straight Nikita to the face after that one. A little bit too aggressive on that one before Longo for sure. But now he's setting up once again. The grab is so good. The nade actually exploding in time. There's the up air. There's the air dodge though. Just in time. There's a long-lasting hitbox on that up air. So the air dodge from Tapsi was exactly correct.
Okay, now Tapsi again setting up the snake as we know and love him. Okay, wonderful down out of shield. This is 3 damage. 71 already on the robot. Okay,
stuck on the platform a little bit right there.
But away to laser, yeah.
That dash attack as well. Yeah, he doesn't really give him the time, right? And both players being launched in the same direction. Always a scary spot for sure for both of these players. And what a pickup there from Tapsi as well. So Longo, he had the lead, but he doesn't anymore. 102% now only on the snake. And I say only because Snake can definitely live that.
Nice. The setup was so smart. And Longo was just down to scrap. He notices, you're going to stay in shield for a bit too long, 2 feints, and then the back air into the nade. He has to get hit by it. And this was just a true confirm by Longo. Smart stuff here by the man himself. Okay, but Tapsi now notices, you want to scrap? You will scrap. I mean, the C4 can lay right there, just how it is. But he's going to use his buttons.
Oh my god. Okay, just barely too late on that spike there as well. As I said,
nice
being like a low recovery from Tapsi is so incredibly risky. But Longo just barely too late here, stuck on the platform now though with those up tilts, and he's not really committing them because he's waiting it out. He has been falling for those up tilts so many times with those nades, but now he has control of it. He knows what's going on.
Yep, and now what if he doesn't wait? What if he just goes for it? Maybe right now. Okay, he can recover
He's
C4.
setting himself up for it. Yeah, C4 for the recovery right here.
Still baiting.
He's still waiting for it, and at this point it's like almost feels like Didi with those multiple jumps, right? He's kind of just mixing it up at the moment here with those timings, and there it is once again.
The
mix up. Yeah, no, actually he's still working alive. The laser actually not quite killing right there. It was very, very close, but he's still working on. Then they're coming through it, launching him up right now. The laser coming through the nades. Oh my goodness, all the damage 169%. Still working on it. Yeah, the fair is going to kill. He's going to send him off stage, though. He's still working on getting back, on getting some damage forward tilt. That is not even killing at the moment. The gyro and taps his hand, but it's really inconsequential at the moment.
Nice
C4 getting blown up. It's a re-grab though, but he's not too far. He's
looking for a grab. He's looking for a grab. Yeah.
If he gets the grab, it's going to be the game. But that's C4 on the ground. That's so dangerous.
Seconds power, max rage. I mean, this dude can still kill. So Tapsi,
no way! Okay, he's still alive though.
He's living.
Just barely though. Like, if he does that one more time, if he plays it too slow, if he gives Tapsi one more chance, that game could potentially escape it. It could potentially be a reset here between those two. Like, how are you not finishing up a 201% stock on Snake? It's just Snake things at the moment. Down tilt coming through. It is safe, of course, but it doesn't kill. Like, you have to commit at some point. Longo, you have to connect anything. The gyro would have potentially done it. The parry, but it is Tapsi coming through with the air dodge. Oh my goodness, and he gets the up to afterwards 240%. He does not die, and he gets the reset.
Bro, he just rolls behind him. It's like this was the scariest moment. I cannot believe how long it must have felt. And oh my goodness. And yet, scrapping indeed. I mean, Tapsi was just playing Longo's game and even winning in that. This is so huge, especially going to that bracket reset, because now what made Longo win the set almost doesn't work out all of a sudden. Yeah, or at least in a way it does work out, but it comes with so much risk, and Tapsi has like, has like the ego for that. He's like, okay, I don't care. I don't care if I get hit. I just do it again.
I mean, he parried the gyro for Christ's sake at like 210. So that is, oh my goodness. Well, let's see if he can keep this one up, or if Longo can kind of clean up his act, because he was so incredibly close from taking that game.
Oh, it would be so huge for Tapsi. I mean, this would be such a huge upset for him as well. I mean, Tapsi wasn't really the most active player in this current season, actually, but now, I mean, he's making a name for himself again and again. But Longo, his experience, he is the favorite going into it, and we're gonna see why, maybe even in the next section.
We will see for sure. It is the reset. It is our final best of 5 here. Both players now have something to prove for sure. Both players have won a set against each other. So this is the decider indeed.
Yep. Okay, now again, waiting for Snake to land. And keep in mind the empty hops. Keep in mind the bait and punish. But Tapsi, I mean,
Like the two brains of the players are working overtime right now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, there's a grab. I mean, there should be.
That should be the kill. Actually, it once again goes for the mental damage. That has been happening twice now. He's been going for that twice now, and he's fallen twice for it.
He was at 160 actually.
It's, it's actually the tag, right? I just saw that. It kind of works out that way.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I see what you did there. Okay, nice. Now again, Tapsi moving around, and this time Long is pulling the trigger immediately. He's not empty hopping about. He sees a low shield. He wants to break it.
So he kind of goes for the no mix-up at the moment, right? Where he does what he did before, but actually now he didn't die. Nikita, it still connects, of course. The Elvis a little bit too early. Going down now as well.
Oh,
but the C4, the trap. So beautiful right there. Condition him to be perfectly falling into that C4, and Taps is just connecting everything at the moment. Confirms into the up.
Oh my god, the spot dodge too. Man, Taps is aware right now. Everything's working out in his favor. That kid's just too good.
Oh my goodness, Nair coming through though. Long, a little bit of a hit right there to maybe give him some more time. Getting very far down, but
he recovers from that.
How does he make that back? Like Snake shouldn't float like that. That guy should be falling like a rock, but he still makes it back. Punching out the Nikita. Still the C4, very dangerous though at the corner. Oh my goodness, Taps is still waiting for it. There's the down tilt coming through, but the down tilt's not really doing anything for you, Longo, right now. You have to get the kill, you have to get the Tapsi off you. There's the parry once again. He's been so on point with those, and Longo cannot connect anything. Whereas Tapsi, he's so close to taking the first game here once again. The up tilts are coming. Nice dodge around that again. Yep, for sure.
What? Nah, no way.
Okay. And he's not getting it because the Nair is coming through. Longo is just pressing buttons at this point.
Bro, those interactions are so tilting. Like, like down smash, clanking with jab? Nah, there's no way.
How is that even a thing?
Multi-hits be like.
Alright, now Tapsi really doesn't have to do anything. He can just let an up tilt whip at some point. Even an up air it feels like he's going for. So he can really play his time. At this point the 3-stock is already gone anyway. So you might as well,
Bro, if Long lands, he dies. Like, just like that.
Right. Actually manages to land for just a second here, but Tapsi is still walking forward, and there's the down tilt, and that's going to kill. Like, that was very convincing here, the first game. Once again, kinda setting the same vibes as the set before this one.
Yeah, like Tapsi was running away with that game. So again, another form of acceptance, but this time, this is already in the reset. So Tapsi taking that 1-0 lead is tremendous.
Longo's running out of time. I mean, we said that in the last set already, where we said, you have to kind of make it work now, but then the set didn't work out. And so if there was a point to turn yourself on, it would have been the last game, and it's like for sure this game, because don't give him the match point now, especially not with an almost 3-stock. Like, you have to turn yourself on.
I mean, Long is also the type of player who's not going to swap off the stage pick. I mean, I kind of see how Tapsi's winning in that as well, but, in theory, Longo knows, hey, this is the stage I need to win on. This is the stage I actually want. So seeing Tapsi win on that can get distracting, but I'm glad he isn't getting distracted.
Yeah, so far he definitely isn't. I mean, so far it is a very close start here because both players have been connecting moves, and especially those nades have been keeping the damage kind of close because Tapsi really doesn't have to do anything but press B. Oh, going high though with the back air, but this air dodge is coming through. Tapsi once again ready on reaction.
Okay, there we go. Just go for the outswish as well. He was mashing, but he was not mashing too fast this time. It works out, and Longo is taking the lead in this game 2 of the bracket reset already, man. I mean, it's like the layers are just heading up, and I mean, Tapsi is always sticking to his guns, always getting the C4 out, the sticky net as well.
Camping the platform now as well, kind of make himself, a safe haven. Usually that's done below the platform, but as Longo has been controlling that space, he's done it on the platform, now potentially getting a confirm, but a little bit too late on that, Air is coming through.
Okay, looking for the low shield, but Longo, just instead going for lethal, not finding it. Down there, yeah,
he's going to blow himself up. So far there's another attempt though, but Longo is not committing for it.
He rather wants to set up. I mean, setting up safely and setting up wonderfully as he takes yet another stock, and Longo again up. So many stocks, so much value on Tapsi. Normally losing out in those, but this time the kid looks different. He looks to win out in a 2-0 fashion, but until then, he needs to see how.
Yeah, I mean, he's down a stock now, so he has to do quite a bit of work, and Snake tends to just trade with nades, and so the percent is climbing, and especially with those punching moves right there from the close quarters of Rob is actually incredible if you consider down tilt and forward and all this good stuff. So Longo's making some good work here on the last stock of Tapsi in the second game, but there's still more to do. The gyro is going very well, and the nice read on the roll as well with the forward smash, getting some good damage, but it's not, of course, closing out the stock just yet. The gyro being annoying as ever, hitting the Cypher, but of course the armor is going to make sure that Snake's not falling out, but Longo's looking very good at the moment.
Okay, Tapsi also whiffing the punish here. 119 on that Snake. I mean, normally a game that you should lose, but yeah, Tapsi again and again proving how he can come back even from those situations, but this time it's looking so grim, Shortscuts.
A little bit of a cheeky waveland there on the platform as well, just to get your confidence up as well, because that is what Longo needs right now. After losing
jump.
that last game, it is very, very hard. There's the forward air. It's not going to kill. Caught the gyro. He has to
needs
blow
to go
himself up, but yeah. Oh my goodness, he actually connected the back air to correcting the launch just a little bit to make it even more likely that the stock's going to be... I mean, the stock was gone anyway. But
Yeah, it's like, no, this is going to be my
incredible.
last hit. It's going to be my last hit, not yours.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like, do it for the
okay.
statistics, you know.
So this indeed, and yeah, 1-1 each. I mean, so far the Grand Finals do not disappoint at all. Like, both Tapsi and Longo, I mean, they all play for their strengths, but also exposing their weakness one at a time. I mean, remember how good Longo is when Tapsi is on a platform. Like, Tapsi does not like to be on a platform at all, because if he shields from the nade, Long can just bait and punish again. He can just like tomahawk all the time, and then all of a sudden the backer comes through. So Tapsi is respecting that until he finds a waterproof solution.
Yeah, and a back air trade for Longo with the nade is like, that's always worth.
Yeah.
Like, that damage from that back air is so high, so he's trying to mix up the timings as well as he can here on Tapsi, but Tapsi is just going in right now. The aggression being turned up a little bit right here. Nikita coming down,
good
and you're
game.
going out. You're going towards the blast zone, Longo, and I mean, the Nikita can just follow. Like, Tapsi doesn't have to commit anything. Why are you going outwards?
And I mean, Tapsi was just assuming that he does. I mean, Tapsi knows how Longo can maneuver even outwards, but yeah, in a way, he was guessing it, but Longo, he can retaliate just as
He
hard.
has to blow himself up, he does. And there's in the second Cypher, but this time
he
around
also-
the spike is a little bit too far away, it doesn't connect.
Yep, there goes Sui. He's on the platform again, danger zone. You want to get out of here.
Oh, that empty
but he
hops
can't.
are so good. There's the up air, good DI this time around from Tapsi. We've seen him fail this before, but this time around he's on point.
Yep, he has to be. I mean, Grand Finals, you certainly would want to be. Okay, Longo again looking and finding for yet another one.
All right, he got it done with the back air. A little bit of an unconventional spot as well. That's usually not where Tapsi is, but this time around, Longo just calling out the jump option right there.
Yeah, the moment he is, Longo is always going to be ready. Ooh, recatching the gyro just as if it was nothing. Almost coming into laser and now keeping Snake
Look
at
at
bay.
those Z catches.
This is so important because the C4 is in the middle as well, but now no more pressure. However, Tapsi is building up set pressure again and again.
Okay, we saw a little bit of a side B. I'm not sure if that was
C4.
intended. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. But we'll see how that works. The C4 on the left
just
side, and once
Nikita,
again,
okay.
those Nikitas have been a key part of Tapsi's play against Longo. Like, offstage, Longo has to maneuver, and sometimes it just fails, and if it doesn't, Tapsi doesn't really lose anything for it.
Exactly. Okay, now again, setting up. Talked about the safety net again.
And here we go on the platform, setting him up with the down tilts, getting him off stage there once again. Okay, committing for the back air a little bit too early maybe. Not really waiting out the options from Tapsi. So Longo taking some more damage here, getting blown up by the grenade as well. A little bit of a dangerous spot, coming down tilt, the up tilt rather I should say. Launching up the Roboter right here and getting that damage up on 95 at the moment.
Long is waiting for an overshoot here. He is keeping center stage, but now already losing because Tapsi knows how to approach this top player, because he knows Longo sooner or later will let go of shield, will want to find a hit, and Tapsi has to be ready there. Longo at 133%, and Tapsi has an
he's
incredible
waiting it
lead.
out.
Yes,
he's just waiting out like all these empty hops that Longo did. He really doesn't want to commit to anything because the nades are
squeezes it
there.
out,
And then he just waits, and then he sees that there's an empty hop coming up till the other shield.
Yep.
And that's done.
He squeezes out Longo's options.
Yeah,
Because
he really does, yeah.
He either has to stay on ground, play around the nades, play around down tilts even, and Snake simply outspaces him in that regard. But the moment Longo jumps, just as you mentioned, immediate punish, immediate pressure. And with the platforms, the C4, there's just too much. Like, Longo cannot let him get set up like that. He has to be the one who's aggressing first. Even if it is risky, he has to go for it. Otherwise, Tapsi is going to run away with the whole tournament.
Yeah, saying that now, we are on match point for Tapsi. So he has only one more game to go. We're staying on small battlefield. This is where Longo wants to make his potentially last stand here against the Snake. And he has been playing decently well, especially at the start of the last game. So if he can keep that energy, if he can kind of harness that and play with that, then there is potentially for Longo to definitely bring us to a Game 5 here in Grand Finals.
And again, okay, this time, pushing a bit more. Pushing a bit more preemptively, and now the C4, this
what
time,
a
not on
launch.
the platform. Wow, okay, again, going for it. And now, this is what I mean. Just immediate cease of control. If Snake does not have control, Snake does not have stage, you can do with him whatever you want. And Longo, he has the punish game for that. He has the knowledge for that. But now, the moment he is on ground, again, all of a sudden, the stage becomes smaller.
Right, and smaller it is indeed because he's not even on it at the moment. Nikita's still lurking, still being a threat at the moment. Second one doesn't connect because he does get the shield out in time indeed.
Nice, good.
Oh no, he blew himself up!
I just want to say, such a good use of both the booster and the backer, if not for the nade.
Yeah, the nade was the
Such a good call out from Tapsi.
just throwing it up as well. Like there's no reason not to really, because if it lands, he goes himself. He doesn't really lose anything more. Like all of these options are so safe for Tapsi, and Longo is the one who has to find his way around it.
Yeah, he's just anti-airing, like entering in a whole different way.
Entering with nades, basically.
The anti-air
Yeah.
force. Okay.
Here we go, though. Nice B reverse on that one. A little bit of movement, a little movement coming through from Longo. He's still feeling himself, I feel like. He's still in the lead, of course.
And again, oh, this was so good by Longo still. Even though he got hit right now, he found a way to reversal in a way that you can steal Snake's positioning. Because look how small the stage becomes when Snake sets up. But the moment Snake uses one nade too much, one nade too many, Longo can just roll behind. Longo can jump above. And if he finds the timing, all of a sudden Snake becomes, you know, a bit more glass cannon in a way, because he can just get dropped off stage.
He becomes limited, really.
Yeah, he becomes very limited because he's off stage then, and then all of a sudden he's done for if Longo plays it correctly. But now again, the nades are off, the zoning is there.
Up tilts. Yeah, once again, I think
Good, important.
like Tapsi is just bringing like the fear of those up tilts in the mind of Longo, just kind of threatening himself with it. That up tilt was never going to connect, but Longo is working with
This
it.
is a
Down
punish.
smash, yeah, that is very unsafe. Punish coming through and a correct
with the reads as
read
well.
from Tapsi, and he's turning that one around. Like Longo, he was on top of it for so long. Maybe with that up air, it's not going to kill though from this far down. He's chasing for another one. C4 missing from Tapsi as well, so misses on both sides, but that works out in Tapsi's favor for sure.
Nice patience from Tapsi. I mean, he knows what Longo is looking out for. Good shield, even better grab, and this, almost free damage. No, okay, never mind. Spot dodge, he's gonna read it out, and Longo,
Still got the damage, still got the move.
Oh, he's pressing too much.
60, yeah, Longo is mashing at this point. He's really want to get that kill, and the nades are there. Like the shields, he doesn't have to do anything at this point
even
because
the
Longo's there. And the grab would have taken the stock, but the nade once again freeing Tapsi from impendent doom. 181% laser coming through. There's the gyro getting like pushed
coming
back by the Cypher. Back here is safe, of course, on
Nice,
spacing,
okay.
and Tapsi falls for it, and the down smash is coming through.
Okay, Longo, how do you want to fix this? How can you cook? I mean, both had last stock, and I mean, we saw Rob. We know what he can do. But Tapsi,
Oh,
he's
no,
just looking
that
so
shield
good right
poke.
now. Yeah, the ship poke is huge. Nikita chase. Oh my god,
Gets
one grab.
around it, down tilts, of course.
Oh, there it is!
There's the update, and that's it. It is Tapsi taking crossover with a grand finals reset. What a performance from the young player here against Longo, against the veteran, really. And what a, oh my goodness, what, like, that, the mind games were insane.
No, the way Tapsi played, he solidified himself in that set. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
he was respecting what Longo can do, and he was using it to his own advantage. He knew, okay, Longo has to move. He has to search for something that I don't see. But all of a sudden, Tapsi sees it as well, providing him an option, in a way, almost baiting him towards his interactions. But then, the nades, the C4s, there's just so much that Snake already laid before him, while Longo had to play with Gyrot and the mere laser. And when the laser's on cooldown, it is all the get-go that Tapsi really needed.
Yeah, and that was such a long and grueling set here for both of these players. Like, not only did we get the reset, we got 10 games? No, not quite.
Not quite. It was a
9
3-1
games.
this time, but also a lot of high-quality games.
Yeah.
And again, Tapsi making a name for himself again and again. Like, he wasn't too active before, but right now, in this season, man, he's making moves, and you know, he's taking every tournament he can, and crossover is, you know, the first one that he has a belt in for quite a while. Like, it is insane what this kid's
And
been
he
doing up till
showed up.
now.
Like, this
Oh, he
play,
did.
it really has shown, like, how just smart he is about the game, how aware he is, really. Like that awareness, really, and the combination with the brain power of that guy, it's insane. Like all the setups, it's boggling the mind, really. It's lovely to see.
Oh, and with that, we're through it today, we're through it this Saturday, we're through with Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Tapsi again is taking the crown in a well-deserved manner. And yeah, for you guys at stream, you know, for you guys in the house, I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed some Smash, some Tekken, and some Street Fighter 6 as well. For us, it is over, but tomorrow is going to be a big day. Tomorrow is going to be
There
top
is
8
more.
in both Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 7. So, you know, you do not want to miss out on it, because this tournament, both of these tournaments are so incredible, are so absurdly stacked.
Yeah, they're incredibly stacked. We have players from all over the world coming in. We have people from South Korea, we have people from Canada. Like, all really, when I say all over
And
the world,
Germany's
I
best.
mean all over the world. Of course, Germany showing up massively here for Tekken and Street Fighter as well. So if you guys, like, even if you don't play these games, trust me, because I really don't, it is still such a good watch. So
Oh, for sure, for
definitely
sure.
tune in and definitely support the crossover series, because they definitely deserve it.
Okay, nice. It's been a pleasure, man. It's been a pleasure casting with you. It's been a pleasure being here at Crossover.
Indeed.
So yeah, we're up until now. See you guys tomorrow, and have yourself a damn good one. Cheers.
Enjoy.